¿Conoces el secreto para hacerlo todavía más rico? Con Coffee Mate y Nescafé, haz la combinación perfecta y descubre.
Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Hi, Connie. Welcome. Hi, Mama Bear. Welcome, welcome. It's been a long time. Can you guys hear me okay? Hi, Maria Carmen. Awesome. Is it clear? Okay, great. I don't know if Jose's gonna join us on our live or not. He's upstairs. So are the kids. Si se oye bien. Okay, perfect. How have you guys been? Hi, Jessica. Let's wait a little bit longer and see if anybody else joins us in our live. Happy Friday. Can you guys see me again? Sorry, it's been raining a lot. Hold on, let's see. Something happened. Can you guys hear me again? Sorry. Okay, you're back on. María Carmen, sí, viví como unos 29 años en Joliet. Okay, great. I'm glad you guys could see us again. Let me see if I can get this. Hi, Eric. Hi, I'm Triple M. How are you? It's been raining awful lots over here. I don't know if that's what's messing up with the internet or what's going on. It hasn't, well, I guess it has been a little bit off. But hopefully. Thank you. Finally back, huh? After a few months. Hi, Sandra. Yeah, it's been a while since we came and we did a live with you guys. So we're back today. María Carmen, yo vivo aquí, te vimos en la graduación de tu hijo en la Central High School. Me hubiera saludado. Sí, allí estuve hace como 2 semanas, creo. Thank you, Sandra. Nice seeing you guys too. I missed you guys. It's been a minute since we've done a live. Hopefully the internet doesn't keep breaking up on us. Hi, Gloria from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Hi, Brenda. It's been raining here a lot too in Georgia. I think it's pretty much everywhere because when I was in Illinois too, it was mostly raining almost every single day. I think we had a few days with that was sunny, but that was it. All the other days it was raining a lot also. And it was cold. I think we had 2 warm days and it was like 80s, 70 something, 80s. The kids still went in the pool, but to me it was cold. The kids were fine, but to me it was cold. I think we're back on. Please don't forget to like so we can go go live more so that more people can see us that we're live and they can come and join us as well.
I want to go in shirt. No.
Mama Bear, kids never seem to be cold. Yeah.
I want a shirt.
Okay, hold on. I'll change it a minute.
But I want.
Connie, it's 84 here now.
Mommy, I want a shirt.
Where I live in Chem.
Thingy.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, here it's been pretty chilly today. I think it's been in 70 something. Because it's been raining. We really haven't had any sun today or yesterday. We had sun for a little while and that was it. Hi, Sarah Flores. Welcome. It's, I think, a few days ago, Maria said hello, Saori. Come here. Come say hi.
Hi.
Okay. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Can you see you? Well, don't cover my face. He was eating some grapes. Right?
Even great.
You want grapes? Go eat them. Be careful. Let me see. Let me put them over here so you don't drop them. Say hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. I love you, friends.
Are you gonna join us, Amora? No.
It's great.
On our live, so they can see you. He's over there standing. He's feeding the dogs. Say hi, Sarah. Hi, Maria.
Sarah. Hi, Marita.
Maria. Hi, Mama Bear.
Hi.
And hi, Sandra.
Mama.
Yeah.
Hi, Mama. Hi.
Sarah said, "We love you too, friend." Your cheeks are full? Today we didn't even go see our Miss Ma'ams either because it's been raining and it comes and goes. We know they had water and food because we did feed them yesterday and gave them water as well. So they should be fine for today. And if not, the guys where they're at, they'll check on them anyways. When they see that we don't go, they'll check on them to make sure that they have everything. Jose's right here standing by the door. He's feeding the dogs, and Cassie's upstairs. Any plans for the summer, Connie? Well, not really. Cassie's still in school. She doesn't get out of school until next month, till the middle of July. She graduates, I believe, on July 16th. So really, we can't do much right now until she graduates. But it is Saori's birthday on Monday, and we're going to aim and taking her to the pools this weekend. But hopefully the weather's not like it is right now because it is kind of chilly, like I said, and it's been raining a lot. So I've been keeping up with Jose's chat about what are the plans with so many chicks. Well, as you guys have seen, our Miss Ma'ams have not been laying so much. I think we've been getting 2 or 3 eggs a day. So hopefully growing these out and eventually getting eggs from them. We don't know how many roosters we're gonna have, but at least if we get some hens with all those babies that we have, we got the little itty bitty babies that are like a week old, and then we have the 1 month old at the other house. So hopefully we get a lot of hens and start getting eggs from there, mommy. But we're gonna be keeping them, and if we get a lot of roosters, then we'll probably just butcher once they're ready. But I'm not sure, like I was saying on my video the other day, I'm not sure if our chickens that we have are older, but we haven't really been getting eggs. But it could be the weather. It looks like they're molting as well, so who knows what's going on with them. So we're gonna give them a little more time and see what happens. But we are growing these baby chicks for us. Hi, Janine. Welcome. Sarah said, happy early birthday. Say thank you.
Thank you.
She's going to be 4 years old, right?
I'm gonna have a birthday.
Yeah, you are going to have a birthday.
I already have a purse.
My compadres, her padrinos, made her a little cake when we were back in Illinois before we left.
But my purse ripped
Your purse ripped. Yeah.
from the things.
From the little beads, right? Yeah. She was so happy with her little cake. It was a tiny little cake, but she loved it. I'm going to make some of your potato tacos tonight. Looks so yummy. Sarah, they were delicious. I think Jose finished the last ones that we had today. I cooked the verdolagas that I had today outside. I cooked them, so it will be on tomorrow's vlog. But I cooked them today. It was a little container, and I made them with egg today. So that's what I ate. But there were some tacos left, and Jose ate the potato ones, and Cassie ate the chicken ones that we had left over. So hope you enjoy them, because they are delicious. I love some tacos de papa. Love them, love them. So hopefully you enjoy them as much as we do.
I'm a potato. I'm a potato.
Go your tablet. Oh. Oh, you have to sit back so they can see you. Well, friends, for right now, my plans were to go back in August for an appointment that I have for Saori, but I'm going to see if I can find a doctor here in Mexico. I know there's some really good doctors to see if they can figure out what's going on with her and her stomach. She has been eating better since she started taking some medication that the doctors gave her back in Illinois. So hopefully she continues to eat. She eats fruits as well throughout the day. So not just the food, but she is eating more throughout the day as well. So hopefully she starts getting better. She has complained about her stomach, but not as much as she was before. So hopefully that helps. Because in Illinois, they just made an appointment to get some tests done. So hopefully here they can get them done quicker. If they do get those tests done, I won't be going back in August. But if not, I do have to go back in August to go get her checked out. But hopefully we find a doctor here, and we'll see what they tell us, if they can figure out what's going on, right? Does your tummy hurt still or no? A little, not as much as before. So I am giving her some vitamins as well, just so that she can feel better as well and eat a little bit better. And it's been 2 years now since she hasn't gained any weight. She's been at 29. You can't be moving my microphone. You have to sit down, okay? Since she hasn't gained any weight. So that's why we're trying to have her gain some weight so that she can.
Mommy, can I have one?
She's in the petite side, I should say. On the petite side. So
I want
hopefully
one.
soon. Go,
Mommy,
Papa.
I want one.
Can you wear pants when you go to the farm? I'm so scared of those scorpions. Sarah, Jose was saying that a couple of days ago, he actually found a scorpion where the baby chicks are. If you guys are following his channel, he did say that there was one there and he killed it. I told him, why didn't he give them to the baby chicks? He said they can die from them. So he didn't. But I don't really go in those areas. I go to the Miss Ma'ams over there. I haven't seen, and the chickens are really good about taking care of them. But yeah, you might be right. At least some closed shoes or something, because I do wear sandals and everything when we go over there. We have found at least 4 scorpions here at the house. 2 in our room, 1 in the kids' room, and then 1 outside that I found where the washer is
And I
as
was
well.
sleeping.
So yeah, there's been a few scorpions here that we've seen, but we're always barefoot too at home. So sorry, who taught you how to blow kisses? Who told you how to blow kisses?
Mm.
Was it mommy or your sissy?
Let's see. And mommy.
Sissy and mommy. Sandra, she's growing. Girl, birthday girl. Have fun and hope you get to
I'm the
feeling better
birthday
and fun.
girl.
Lots of fun.
I'm the birthday
Yeah, you
girl.
are the birthday girl. Good. Yes, you are. Rosanna, good evening, Erica and Sweet Tony. Good evening. Welcome. Sarah, yeah. We try to be as careful as we can with the scorpions, but the ones in our room, we don't even know where they came from. They were just there one day. Jose was sleeping, and I told him, I think I went to go get money for Cassie's lunch. And just right where his head was on the floor, there was a big old scorpion. And then he said when I was in Illinois, he also found one. Mama Bear, here it's 7:18 p.m. What time is it where you guys are from? Here is 7:18, but it's starting to get dark because I think because the sun hasn't been out as well. Mommy, stop making faces. 6:18. Okay. So it's a little bit earlier than it is here. 6:19 in San Diego. 6:19. So we're an hour ahead of you guys. Maria, I'm not sure. I think Jose and Cassie made a video when I was gone. I don't know. We'll see. It would be fun. We haven't made one in a while. Right? A dancing video? Jose's over there with the baby chicks right now. As you guys see in my plants, they grew so much while I was gone. There's so many tomato plants that I have to transplant. Somehow I still haven't found any of the good dirt. So I gotta see. Hopefully that works the way that I have it right now, but they are getting bigger. I also have the chili pepper plants, but they're tiny. Most of them are so tiny. I think it was because it's been so cold. It still gets, no, mommy, you can't be putting it in the camera. Stop. Because they can't see us. Look over there. They can't see us if you put it over here. That one's not charged, mommy. It's not charged.
Can you give me one?
But it has been pretty cold, like I said, 50s. But at night, I don't know how much it drops, but it does drop way more than it has been.
Put it on me.
You lost my thing.
Put it on me. Put it on me. Put it on me.
I don't know where you left the thingy. Maria, here in Dallas is 8:19. Try putting baking soda and salt where you think they might be coming from. Maybe the windows, doors. It's 6:20 here in California. Sandra, it's 9:20. Oh, wow. I love those videos, and I heard you'll be in the next one. The thing is that I don't know a lot of TikTok videos. Like, I don't really look through TikTok other than my daughter's videos, my 2 daughters and my nieces. But other than that, I don't really do TikTok. So sometimes when they tell me do this one or that one, I don't know what they're talking about. So I do have to look into them a little bit more. Hi, Margarita. Bendiciones from Ventura, California. Hello. Maybe the windows, doors. Yeah, I don't know where they're coming from, Sarah. They just have appeared upstairs, and we haven't seen them on the walls. They have been on the floor. Well, the one in the kids' room that one was on the wall in front of their bed. So, but yeah, scorpions are a little scary, and they were pretty big, not little ones. I know in different places they're smaller. I haven't seen any small ones here, but they are not very pretty looking. Salt and baking soda keeps spiders and bugs away. I didn't know that. I know salt for ants is good, but I didn't know about the baking soda. Good to know. Hopefully we figure out where they're coming from. Like I said, we've only seen a few, and we don't know where they're coming from either. What did you say?
Mirror.
A mirror? I think there's one upstairs with Cassie's room. Hi, Saori, Mama de Lily.
Mommy, there's this.
Say hi. She's eating her grapes. I feel like sometimes the videos that I've been recording lately, they've been a lot of repetitive stuff because we've been home a lot. So a lot of cooking and going to take Cassie to school. I hope you guys don't get bored from those videos. But that's what life is for us right now here in Mexico. Hopefully soon it'll start changing a little bit. But we have been here for a year now. And we're still comfortable. We like it. Sarah said, how's your son doing back in Mexico? He's good. He's doing online schooling still. Back in Illinois, if he would have still been over there, he would have just went to 11th grade. And here on the online schooling that he's doing, he's already doing 11th grade because he's moving so far ahead. So he's doing great. Stop, mommy. Yeah, hurt my face, my eyes. So he's doing good. I mean, he doesn't really go out with friends. Stop, mommy. He doesn't really go out because he doesn't have any friends here. We really don't have a community here. In Guanajuato, we really don't know much people. Hopefully soon we get to know more people. Cassie has a few friends. But other than that, we don't know many people. So he doesn't really go out. We go outside. That's what we've been doing lately. We go for walks. We go and play soccer. But other than that, that's it. Papi's calling you. Papi's calling you. Erica, have you seen any changes when coming back into Mexico at the airport? Any paperwork that you had to fill out you didn't before? Connie, I didn't have any issues. The only thing that I did notice that I didn't notice before was that they sent us, I'm a U.S. citizen, so they sent us to a specific line, and they took all the residents and the people with visa to different lines. I don't know if that's always been like that, and I just never paid attention to it. Thank you, Janine. Really appreciate it. I will get Saori something with that little money or with that lot of money over here in Mexico. Thank you so much. But yeah, it was where they were sending us to different lines. They didn't ask us for no specific paperwork, but the thing is that, like, my kids they have their dual citizenship already. So even though we don't have our Mexican passports, we do have their birth certificates. Jose sent me a copy because I didn't know I could do it with that. So he did send me a copy of their passport, and they didn't charge me those. I think they charge you $42 if you're a citizen and coming to Mexico. But that way they didn't give it to me. Or they didn't charge us because it would have been $120 something, I think. But I have my INE, which is my ID. So that one for me, it counted as me being Mexican, and then the kids, the birth certificate. But I know they were checking the people with visa a lot more because there was a lady that was sitting next to me that was her first time going to the States. and they sent her to a little room, and they asked her. She said they asked her a lot of questions, but since it was her first time, they didn't check. Well, they checked her paperwork. I don't know, background. I'm not sure what they checked, and they said that it was good. She was able to go, and she was only going for 2 weeks. But for us, they did ask me, because I told them that I live over here, and they told me that I have to get my Mexican passport in order to be going back and forth and not have any issues, because they told me, since I'm a citizen from the United States, if I continue to come with just my passport, that they will that they can deny me the entrance to Mexico. That's exactly what I was told. I was like, how? I'm Mexican. He said, no, because you don't have your Mexican passport and you continue to go back and forth, especially if you go over the time that they gave you. They gave me 6 months, but if I go over, they can deny me the entrance to Mexico again. So I do have to work on getting our passports for the kids and myself. It's a little bit harder for the kids because I have sole custody, but here in Mexico, that doesn't count. I don't know how that works. They told us that I do have to get a letter signed by their dad saying that they can get their passports over here. Sorry, we can do it because Jose is here. But the kids, I'm going to have to probably do it in the States. So I'm going to see if I can do it online, see if I can apply for it online. And if it's a little bit easier, I'm not sure how all that process works. But we'll see. But other than that, I didn't have any issues. I know there was a lot less people that there has been in the past. Even in the airplanes, it wasn't full like it's been. So I'm not sure if people are not traveling, but thank God, we didn't have any issues. Después de Hi from Grocery, Washington. Hello. Sarah, ever since I started watching your videos, I'm seeing commercials about visiting Illinois. It looks like a beautiful state. It's beautiful. It's cold. That's the only thing that I don't miss is the cold from there. But it is beautiful, especially all the green that they have over there, all the grass. I love all that. Here, it's finally starting to get green with all the rain that we've had. But when I first got here, I really didn't like it much. It was so dry. But thank God it's starting to get green. Maria Martinez, do you have any plans for the future? Plans for the future? Yes, we do.
Be millionaires.
As I said, be millionaires. He's going to win the lottery probably. He doesn't buy it, but he's going to win it. Right, Amor?
No, we don't.
Scoot over a little bit. Okay. Here's Jose. He's back. Tina.
Hi, everyone.
Tina said, was it difficult for you to become a U.S. citizen? I'm proud of you for doing that. Tina, it was not. We got our papers from my dad on 9/11 when everything was going on in New York. We were signing our papers to get our residency. My 2 youngest siblings, they became citizens automatically, but me and my oldest sister did not. We had to go through a process, and it was a 5-year waiting period. And then I applied and became a citizen. And all they asked me to write was the White House. The president lives in the White House. That's what I had to write, and you just have to write it correctly. Some people do get a lot of questions asked, but I think because I studied in the United States, it was easier for me to do it. But no, it was not difficult at all. It was, as soon as I had my 5 years, I became a citizen. And thank you. Connie, okay, we are going to Mexico City, Veracruz, and Oaxaca in late October, and I've seen some Instagram videos saying long lines to get into Mexico if you are American. Are you coming by car or the airplane? Our son and daughter-in-law had no issues when they went.
They wouldn't have no issues. I heard a lot of stuff, but no, you guys are able to come in as long as you stay for whatever time they give you guys, and that's it. But no, it's a lot of stuff on the internet is not true.
So yeah, we came in the bus when we left a year ago from Illinois, and the lines, I mean, it was normal like they've been. It's not, and I follow a lot of Mexican people or people that live in the States that also speak Spanish and they come and go to Mexico and they don't have issues either. So yeah, there's, like Jose saying, there's a lot that just keeps going back and forth and it's not true. Just like us when we got here, they told us that everything was so bad and that there was all this and all that. Thank God, till now we haven't seen
everywhere
anything.
is bad, so it's just you live the life that you want, and that's it.
Connie, if you're coming through the airplane, you should be fine. There was no big lines at all. And I guess it depends too where you're going and how many people are going. And at the time, I traveled at night these couple of times that I've gone, and I've had no issues because there's hardly any people traveling at night. So I've had no issues with the lines being too long. And we took, what, maybe 30 minutes to get out at the most?
Probably.
Yeah, so it didn't even take us long.
There's 28 people following, well, watching the live, and only 21 likes. Who's missing?
Mamá de Liliana, East Coast of the United States is 9:33. Oh, wow. It's way later over there. I know. Here it's 7:34 right now. I would love to visit Veracruz and Oaxaca. I don't know about Mexico City, but I would love to visit Veracruz and Oaxaca. I've never been to Mexico, other than Jalisco and Michoacan. And in Michoacan, I only went to the places that we came with Jose, and Guanajuato, just here in Moroleón. And Jalisco, I went to Tamazula and where we lived. That was it. I don't really know Mexico like that. Jose the like police. Jose is the policeman. Después de hola Joselito.
We will travel once we all set up and done pretty much with our things that we need to do. For now, we just need to take it easy. I will say, we love to travel and we love to know new places. And I told her that I really want to go to El Tren Maya and to take us all the way around, but we need to settle down first and then do what we want to do.
Once we have a home and we have it done, then we can go ahead and travel. But I do want to travel. I want to, even here, I tell him, let's go somewhere, but he's scared. Jose's scared. You guys see this face and think he's a scary cat. I tell him, let's go to León, let's go somewhere else. He doesn't even like to go into Morelia, so yeah.
It's tough driving here in Moroleón. There's a lot of motorcycles. Oh my God, there's so many motorcycles. Like in the States, I used to drive and have my phone on my hand and testing, watching videos, whatever. I'm not saying do it, but here, oh my God, I had to watch my right. I had to watch my left because there's motorcycles coming every single way.
It wasn't like that in Jalisco, though. There were not this many motorcycles. Moroleón.
We were in a little town,
yeah, that's true.
So tiny, like you can count pretty much everybody that live there. Here, this is more like a city. There's so many people here, so much businesses and stuff like that. They're just crazy.
There is a lot of traffic. I told Jose it's weird because yesterday we went to go see our chickens on the video that we posted today. And when we were coming, there was hardly no motorcycles out, right? It was raining.
It was raining.
I'm like, it's dangerous even for people. We've seen already on a rainy day, there was some lady that I don't know what happened, but she had an accident and she was on the floor. I'm like, it's dangerous for people around here, but motorcycles are not fun. I don't mind them, but I really don't drive either. Because I'm the one that's driving most of the time.
Even in the States, I hate it when I had a motorcycle in front of me. I didn't like them to be driving in front of me. It's not that I don't like motorcycles or anything like that. It's just that if anything happens, there you go. You know. And here is like 15, 20 motorcycles around you. Just like you need to pay attention. This is the first time I had to pay attention when I'm driving.
That's good for him, though. That way he's not on his phone. Sarah, thank you for the prayers. Has to from Maria. I had no issues when I went a month ago to Mexico. Yeah, and like I said, I haven't had any issues either. Margarita, it's 6:36 in California. Después de, I'd be scared too. I feel more safe traveling on the bus. Yeah, I had a fun time in the bus. I like traveling in the bus because you didn't have to be worrying about driving or anything. But Jose, he was scared. He was sitting in the front seat and you can see him.
I'm driving in the front seat to
You weren't driving. You were
to
just...
a place that had never been. Like, I don't even know where I'm coming through, but we're in the mountains and all you can see is like, and he's speeding because they know already, you know, the curves and everything. And then there's like 2 lanes and there's like 3 cars going through. I'm
3
like,
or 4
oh my
cars. That's how they
God.
make them here. There is 2 lanes, and literally you have to go to the side if you're going too slow.
I wanted to tell the bus driver, you know what? Move. I got this.
And then the other people that are going fast go through the middle. So it is something new that you have to definitely learn compared to the United States, for sure. That's a big thing. Jessica, years ago, I studied in Guadalajara and we went once to Mummy Museum in Guanajuato. Is it still there? Have you gone? I've never been.
The what?
The Mummy
Yes, it's still there.
Museum. Have you ever gone to it?
No.
Yeah. Neither have I.
I'm honestly me, like to go see some mummies. Not really like I want to go. You know.
MMM. One trip we visited Copper Canyon in Mexico. We flew into Chihuahua and took the tourist train El Chape.
Yeah, the compadres told us about it. It's a nice little trip on the train.
Yeah, our compadre is from Chihuahua and they've gone there. They did tell us that it was very beautiful. Maria Martinez, when is your forever going to be built? You coming with us again?
Don't be crying here.
Look at your hair, you had it done. Ahí vamos. People are always in a hurry, especially going home from work. Me, nope, I'm in a hurry to come home and go straight into the kitchen to cook. Working even after work for some of us moms. Yes, Connie, that's how life is when you work. But at least you get paid. And work. That's why I was telling Jose, oh my God, here at home, you clean and clean and clean. And at least when you work, you only clean once and cook once, maybe on the weekend for meal prepping. But when you're at home, it's cooking and cleaning, cooking and cleaning. Maria, I miss living in my rancho. Where are you from? My husband gets upset when I react to reckless drivers. He says I make him nervous doing that. Jose tells me I should be nice. That's what he tells me.
I'm like, I don't know what they might have an issue or what's going on in their head, you know. When she's like, this and that, I'm like just letting them go or whatever. I'm like, don't worry.
Yeah, Sarah, I guess it is good that Jose is watching his surroundings and taking care of us. The mummy's passed away in Guanajuato.
I got trusting issues.
No.
Hold on, there's a butterfly. Go kill a butterfly.
No.
We got butterfly here.
It's the butter.
I want to see it.
It's over there.
I want to hear it.
Yeah, the mummies are too old, like to go watch them. I don't know. It doesn't feel exciting to go watch the mummies. Like, I want to go see the pirámides, allá los mayas y los aztecas y todo eso, but the mummies,
No.
no, not really. El Callejón del Beso, same thing. I'm like, there's so many small streets here. Like, for me to go to another small street, it doesn't make no difference.
I would like to go see places.
The streets here are so narrow, so it ain't no difference. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm old now. They don't want to go anywhere. I want to see things like that. I don't know, like the forest, like wild forest and stuff like that. Like.
Margarita says, sorry, I just heard a big explosion outside, but I don't see anything. I don't know what that was.
It happens sometimes.
I've never heard of it. How old are you?
Who? Saori? Saori's 4.
Let's go over there.
She's gonna be 4.
You. How old are you? Jose is 42. I'm 43.
They didn't ask you. They didn't ask you.
It says right there. Jose
Did they
wants,
ask you?
Jose
Did they
wants
ask
to
you?
be 30
Did
something
they ask you?
always.
They said, how old am I? Déjame caché.
Maria Martinez. Yes, Jose, being in a big city, it's always lots of cars.
I don't like to be driving in a lot of traffic. Even when I used to go to Chicago with her, oh my God, I hated it.
He liked it when we were talking, when we were dating. But then
We didn't went to Chicago.
that's where we used to go dance. This
No.
butterfly's getting on my nerves.
I don't want it.
Okay, here. Connie said, now that we are retired and our kids are doing their own lives, we are traveling as much as we can before our bodies can't anymore. That's a smart thing to do. We still have 3 at home. But they do like going places too, but not too much, huh? They like going fun places. They
like-
ask us, are we going to a fun place? If not, they don't want to come with
I don't
us.
know what's fun for them.
More.
I just know that they like to go swimming.
Janine, my boyfriend got in a bad accident, almost died in his motorcycle before he could even walk again. He bought another. Oh God, that was not very smart. Sorry. I wouldn't buy another. I don't like motorcycles. That's one thing I don't like. I don't feel like they are safe, especially here when you see the little kids. Some parents, I mean, I know that's the only transportation that they have, but they have a little kid standing here, the mom or dad is driving here, and then they have another baby here, and then the other parent. To me, that's too dangerous. Mommy, stop removing the computer, this thing. Go sit on the floor right there and play. Here, put it on top of here, or go in the room. Put
To
it
me, it's like when I was a kid,
right there on the
and
chair.
we used to go, junior high or high school and take us to a food trip. And they would take us to a planetarium or to the science, whatever, in Chicago. Those were it was boring. It was boring. It was boring.
But the thing is, Jose,
Or to see the dinosaurs that I'm like,
but Jose is just different. He doesn't like fishing. He doesn't like soccer.
the only fun
he's
part
just
was
weird.
like in the bus. That was it. Once you got over there, it was just like, what am I looking at here?
See, I love going to the museums. I don't know why we're together because we definitely like things, different things. Okay, mommy, go play with kids.
Eat it. Eat it.
Go play over there. Go to.
Yeah, but I don't like that. I don't like soccer. I don't like sports.
Yeah, he doesn't like much. See, Jessica said, take me to a Callejón del Beso.
I will.
Janine, the scary mummies. I would like to go. I would. He says it's boring, but I would like to go. Sarah said, oh, I really like you guys. Why? Because he's always arguing with me?
No soy aburrido. Pero those places, I think they're boring for me. I get bored.
Maria, in a little rancho outside of Monterey. That's the first place that I was looking at when we moved to Mexico. It was Monterey because the warehouse that I worked for 15 years, almost 16 in the States, they moved to Monterey. And they had told us if we wanted to come visit or work with them, they would help us translate and or come and move to Monterey and stay over here. So that was the first thing. I actually wanted to do it where I was traveling back and forth for a week here and a week there, but then I didn't end up doing anything. And then we moved to Jalisco. But Monterey it was nice to me. They say there's a lot of crime over there. I don't know if it's true or not, but you know.
It's not that I don't want to do much. It's that I want to do things that are just gonna keep me entertained or something. Those things that don't keep me entertained. My wife does.
You're funny. When we go to the pools, he doesn't really even go in the water.
Yeah, like the pools, the kids like it, but I go in there and it's just like
I like it. I love the pools.
Take off. Like, I don't like being in the water. I don't know how it's not fun. It's like, what am I doing here?
Sarah said we're both down to earth. Yes, we are.
Like in the States, when we had a pool, I will wait like in the afternoon. It has to be nice and warm. Go in there and swim a little bit. Be done.
Nice and warm. So like at the end of August for like a week or two. Oh yeah, mommy. A week or two. That was it. She didn't really go in the pool. I did. I love going in the water.
Here it's hot, so we might be able to enjoy it.
It's hot, but he doesn't like going out because it's hot.
No, it's not that I don't like to go out. Like the sun, like in the States, I had vitamin D deficient. And now here with the sun, I don't know if because all those years I was deficient on vitamin D. Now I go outside and my skin, I get rashes. And I had to put like cream at my neck.
He gets a rash.
On it's like
He's like allergic to the sun or something.
Yeah, I got messed up. And my chin, like right here.
Jessica, I love museums. Yes, me too. Oh,
Because you
yeah.
guys are all broad.
Maybe you should go back horseback riding. Sarah, I think that would be fun. We were supposed to go when we went to Tennessee and then we didn't make it. Oh, we did go to Tennessee a few times to Gallenberg for our honeymoon, and then some other time we went too. And we were supposed to go and we never did. Wah, wah, wah. Maybe here we can go one day. Margarita said, hello, Jose.
Who?
Margarita.
Hello, Margarita.
It's crazy how different we are in Mexico. The things we see in Mexico. I'm dark brown and I try to not act like a gringo. You know what? It's so difficult too because like with the kids, yeah, a lot of people probably say, hey, they have the nopal, the cactus in their forehead because we're Mexican. But with the kids speaking English to us, sometimes you forget that you're in Mexico, but it is very different.
But like here in the neighborhood, there's a lot of people They speak English because
Yeah.
I hear them.
But look at our neighborhood where we live too. Maybe that has something to do with it. Who knows? Yeah, Jose's not that dark. He gets super dark.
I'm a Duvalin.
Look at I was white once upon a time, a long time ago, but I am getting way darker. But I love the sun. Jose does not. I do. I don't mind going to pick up Cassie, walking, and even going out at 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. He does. He doesn't like it. Sandra, I love to ride. I got a Harley nice road here. 318 curves. It's good to watch. But the Harleys are different, no? They have, well, I guess if you
No,
have the other
it's
ones in the
okay.
back. Yeah, it's bigger. A little more protection, though. Here it looks like their butt's going to stick out of the back. I don't know. Janine, he is dumb and loves them.
Who's dumb?
Mama Bear, oof, que popis.
Guess what it is?
I'm about to take off. I'm getting insulted.
Mommy, guess what it is?
What's in there, mommy?
I don't know.
I made some masa for my tortillas that I made today, and Saori took it right now, and she's playing with I always leave her a little ball because she loves playing with it. And she's over there asking me what she made.
I wish I
Yeah, well, hopefully soon. Today we went, so tomorrow's video you guys will see, but ta-da, we went to go see a school for Cassie for her junior high, and she loved it, right? She's excited to go next year. So she's,
They had them playing around all day.
yeah, well, she said they have sports. She does love sports. In the United States, she did basketball, she did volleyball. And I think that's it, right? Oh, and baseball or softball. So she does like sports a lot. And she said that that school has sports. But it was like they were
Not-
practicing
not a lot of kids.
their vals here here when they dance or when they graduate. Here, when they graduate, is way different than in the United States. Cassie, for her graduation, they're gonna be doing a couple of dances. We have to go to church. I believe it's at 8 o'clock in the morning. They have to wear their dress. They all have to match, and we gotta go to church. After church, we'll go ahead and go to the school. And they're gonna be performing. So I think they're gonna do 2 dances, which is the vals, like a quinceañera, in case you guys don't know what it is. And that's what they were doing today at the junior high, or the high. What is it? Junior high, right? That we went to. They were practicing for their graduation, and there was like what 4 or 5 kids.
Well, like 18 kids.
Yeah, not many. Well, 4 or 5 practicing, and then there was a few that were sitting down. But there was not many kids, and I think Cassie has like 20-something students, and most of them are going to a school here in Moroleón at the Centro. And then I think she said there was 4 students, which is she's one of those that's going to another little town.
I think it all depends where they live, you know. If they're closer to that school, then they belong to that school. And we like up here, so we belong to the other school.
Connie, my husband is gringo, and our Mexican neighbor was talking to us one day, and she used the phrase nopal on the frente. He asked, what does that mean? I was interesting to try to explain. It was interesting. Yeah, I know. That's when I first started my YouTube channel. There was a lady that told me, how come you don't do your videos in Spanish? You have a nopal in your frente. I was like, well, I started this YouTube channel back in the States, whether I have the nopal or not. So I started in English, and that's how I'm going to continue to do it. She didn't like my response, but hey, I think it's interesting for Hispanics that don't speak Spanish or that don't speak English, and then for people that are also Hispanic or white or anything, they like Mexico. I think it's interesting for you guys to see. And a lot of people moving to Mexico, as we see, especially with everything that's going on. I think that's why I like, and you know, a lot of the times I don't know my words in Spanish. I was raised in the United States though, and now I don't know. Ahora sí, no soy ni de aquí ni de allá, because I forget my Spanish, I forget my English. That's what Cassie was telling me, and I'm right there with her too. But yeah, we have a nopal in the frente. That's fine. I was born in Mexico, but we moved when I was very young. Not that I'm old right now, but you know. Stop it. Hola, Guadalupe desde Oxnard, California. Hola, hola. Why are you laughing? Are you laughing at me?
I'm looking at myself over there.
Oh, okay.
Get it.
But yeah. She's old. I'm young.
Fast, like, look.
Friends, and for those of you that have been asking, yes, we do have 3 dogs. Sally was one of the. We weren't showing her because she had her ears fixed, and you know how people are sometimes. So we didn't want any negativity.
Why are you saying it then?
Well, she does now, and so we're not showing her, but now she's gonna be in our videos too because we love Sally, and she's just was not in there before because a lot of people have been asking if we have 3 dogs. Shush. Maggie, hi from Florida. I have a topic. But I was just watching your other video where you mentioned your chickens were not laying so many eggs.
Oh,
Maybe because
okay.
they are molting, so that may be why.
That's why I got upset. I was about to take off and go upstairs to my cuarto.
Maggie, yeah, they do look like they're molting, but they've been molting for a while, huh?
Yeah, they have been molting for a while, but at the same time it's the raining time, so they don't lay a lot of eggs. Even with the lady that stopped by to get eggs for the incubator,
Oh yeah, she told us.
she said they're not laying a lot of eggs because of the season. So it seems like in the States, the molting season and the slow season is winter. Here is during this time when the rain comes.
Starts, yeah.
So they molting and they slow down on production on eggs.
Yeah, and it could be just because when we bought them, they told us they were not even a year old, so they should be pretty young. But
We're about to lay.
yeah, they told us about 6 months old, 5-6 months old, because they were gonna start laying. But like I said, sometimes you know some people tell you different stories, so who knows? So it just might be because they're molting, like Maggie said here. And that's one of the reasons we think. So hopefully they start laying soon because 3 eggs for us is not cutting it. We had to buy some today. We didn't just buy it for the incubator, but we bought some for home also. Because being at home and the kids being here, we do eat a lot of eggs. So yeah, we need more than 3 eggs for sure. I think because we were so used to it too in the States, we had so many chickens, we never struggled with eggs.
So the chicks that we have currently, they should start laying at the beginning of October. And the second batch at the end of October. And we should have a bunch of eggs. So,
This one.
Connie said, what's molting?
molting is when they're changing their feathers, their old feathers, and then they're producing new ones. So this is why they look all old and everything. A dozen of eggs is 55 pesos, which is like 250.
250 a dozen?
225,
Yeah,
250.
somewhere around there. And the ones that we got are mostly brown eggs, right?
Yeah, different colors. It's like
Yeah. Light brown.
light brown and a little more darker brown and light
We did eat a lot of them today. I made some food today, so we did use a lot of eggs.
When she makes huevos, like she makes so many, I don't even know.
I make at least a dozen every time that I cook huevos. And if I have huevos, I'll eat huevos every day.
I don't.
Yeah, he doesn't. I do. $10 here in California. Oh wow,
Well,
that's expensive.
In California, so everything's so expensive. The the rents, the food, everything. But I think the cost of living in California is different too.
Gloria, I know you said that you had leased your house for 6 months. Are you planning on renewing your lease?
Yeah, we don't have another choice.
That's what I was telling Jose. He didn't want to get it for 1 year, and hopefully now that we have to renew it, they
Also,
won't. The rent
everything-
won't go up.
Everything was going the way we wanted it to, and we said, probably in 6 months we are able to at least get into the house and
Mommy, guess
and do
what's in
whatever.
here?
But it didn't went the way we wanted. And then the other day, the lady's like, "Hey, everything is ready. You still wants the land and this and that." And we said no.
So I think that we had so many issues with it because I believe a lot in God's plans, and I think that for some reason or another, that land was not for us. We had so many issues when we went to go look at it. We liked it. I mean, the size was good for us. We liked the location where it was. But every time we would try to move forward to do any kind of paperwork, something set us back.
It was one thing, and then
Another,
thing,
yeah.
and then the light, and then the water, and then the neighbors, and then
The streets were not going to be big
state of
enough.
Michoacan.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh my God, this is just one issue to another. And then I don't know how she managed to get everything together because they said, oh, we just need to pay the electricity. It's $8,000, 8,000 pesos, and the water. But if the people in the neighborhood they get together, you guys don't have to pay everything. But we say no.
Yeah, we told her we didn't want it anymore. It was sad, but we didn't want it no more.
Well, she's probably dying to tell you guys something. She hasn't wanted to.
Connie, yes, when we were selling our house, I told my husband that we can move if we stayed in California. That would probably not wait to come back. We moved to another state, but I love California. I was raised here. Connie, I lived in California for maybe a month or two when we first went to the United States, and it was very nice. Where did we? I don't remember where we moved to, but I know we moved there for a few months before going to Illinois, and then I like the temperature there. It's way better than Illinois, that's for sure. I loved Illinois except for the winter.
For the 6 months of winter.
Yeah. All that snow. I did not like the snow. I think when I was younger, I was okay with it. We would walk to
Now she's
school.
old.
Yeah, I think so. But I didn't have to drive in it or anything. So when we would walk to school, I didn't have a problem with that. But now it's like, I'm cold. And Jose's colder than me.
I got hair fits.
The frost? Margarita, I like motorcycles. Yeah, I really don't like motorcycles. I'm scared, I think, with motorcycles. So many. In Jalisco, we seen a few deaths by our house where we were staying, and most of them included a motorcycle, right?
Mommy, touch it.
Deaths of people on motorcycles in Jalisco, where we were staying. In that little
Oh.
curve, every accident there was a motorcycle involved.
Mommy, can you make
It was
me
a little
something?
12 to 13-year-old kids. they
Okay.
got pulled with their trucks, and it was.
On a tree.
What are you doing? What's wrong with you? Yeah, I think I'm just scared of motorcycles.
Here comes the cheese.
Oh wow, Connie. 64 years, yeah. See, I wanted to move when we were talking about moving. My plans were not to move to Mexico yet. Eventually, yes, but not yet. I wanted to move to North Carolina or South Carolina, I told Jose, or Texas. And he was like, well, if we're going to move, let's make the big move and go to Mexico. But I would have loved to be gone to New or South or North Carolina or Texas because I love the weather over there.
Here's the cheese.
Well, because I stayed in, I think for almost 2 years, we lived in Texas, in Friona, Texas. That was a little town too. And
One.
I love the weather there too. We had winter and it would just like snow and then it would go away throughout the day because it was not cold enough. And if it snowed, people just didn't go nowhere because they were scared because they didn't know how to drive. So, but I like that kind of weather. I don't like the snow. Jose, you don't like fishing?
Oh, I love fishing.
Not at all.
Nah, I don't see myself there with
Here,
a
mommy.
fishing pole, waiting to see what happens. And I don't got the patience.
I love fishing. When my dad lived in the States with us when we were younger, what we would do all the time was fishing and soccer. That's what our sports. Mommy, when you do that, you're moving you're moving the phone. Go play over there. Corre.
Crickets make good bait. I don't know, maybe, but they're not for fishing. They're for the chicks and the chickens.
Our oldest son and wife live in North Carolina for Thanksgiving. They're coming here in Christmas. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I watch a lot of garden people, Roots and Refuge, and a lot of different ones that are over there that I like to watch. And they live in those areas over there, and the weather over there is perfect. Here, it's hot during the day, mostly every day. Today it hasn't been hot, right?
So, this couple of days haven't been hot. The thing is, during the day it's hot but humid, and then in the afternoon, night, it's kind of cold.
Chilly. Yeah, it's pretty chilly. That's why I was telling him it's way different than Jalisco. The temperature. I think that's one of the reasons that we had issues with our plants too, because I was used to one climate. Then we went to Jalisco, it was a different climate. Now we come here and it's different. It's way different. Like I said, the chili pepper seeds are just growing. And look, I planted. Those were the first ones that I planted like 2 months ago, and they're just now starting to grow. Good thing we didn't throw that dirt away or anything. It's just there. So that's awesome that they're starting to grow. So now I don't know what's growing anymore, but we'll see when they start growing, see if I can figure out what is what. Gloria, is there any land close to you? I've seen empty lots when you walk Cassie to school.
There's quite a bit of lots. They're building a lot of little houses, but they're like small lots. It's mainly to have your house and a little bit of.
So, like our house here. Like our house here. And it's expensive.
Yeah, because it's close to everything.
Yeah, I called a few here around here, and it's 600, 700,000 for, what is it, like 18 by 20 something? So really tiny lot. So, and this is really not what we were looking for either. So I think that's the reason we didn't even look more. But yeah, there's a few here when we walk through both sides of the property, and then there's some going up the Cerro too, right?
There's neighborhood, there's lots up the hill, and then on the side,
And then that way too.
and then down by the school, there's more land. But yeah, there's quite a bit of small lots. The thing is, here mostly they got a big piece of property and then they break into lots.
Yeah, they don't really sell you the whole big
Lot.
lot, so the place is really nice. It is. It's really nice. It's really. I feel like it's safe. It's everything that goes on here. I mean, there's nothing really that goes on, right?
They have a security during the day, and then they have a neighborhood like messenger or whatever chat where if anything happens, everybody knows what's going on or whatever. So everybody's on the lookout for anything suspicious.
Yeah, but we're what we want is for our animals. Look, our dogs. That's why we take them for walks. And I don't know, Sally. When I left, Sally was doing much better, but now right now she doesn't want to walk on the leash too good with us. So, but our chickens too. They're so far away and everything. And here you can't have chickens.
It's too small for chickens.
Yeah. So, but it is nice. I mean, we live very comfortable here, and that's why I told Jose. I said, "You're getting too comfortable here." I mean, but it is peaceful. It's quiet. I think we've heard music maybe a few weekends only at that.
Sometimes the neighborhoods, whenever they have gathering because of a
birthday
birthday
or
or
something.
something, you know. But other than that, it's a very quiet neighborhood.
And the schools are close, really close. You see, it takes me about 7 minutes to get to Cassie's school. The school that she's gonna be going to next school year, it's around 7-8 minutes in car. I won't be able to make it walking. It's too far. And it's not a safe area either because you have to go through the main street and there's not like a sidewalk where you can walk. So I will have to use the car for that for now. No, when are you gonna use a motorcycle? Not a motorcycle for sure. But yeah, she did like that school, which is great. We have been walking a little bit more though with the kids. Jose doesn't really care for walking too much. He says we're too slow.
They walk too slow.
But I told him he can run by himself in front of us or walk faster, and he doesn't want to. So we just go. I tell him, I'm gonna go for a walk. You wanna come? Yesterday I didn't invite him to go get Cassie, and he just came. And he's like, why didn't you tell me? I'm like, well, I tell you all the time, you never want to come, so.
I said, where are you going without telling me you live in the house?
And then in the afternoon, we'll go outside and play soccer with the kids. The other day, we bought tamales from a truck. That's one thing that you hear here in Mexico. Those trucks. The panadero that sells the bread.
The panadero come today.
Somebody beeped a little while ago. But not at 6. It was more like just a little while ago. You'll hear the gas, the vegetables.
Food,
yeah. It's, you'll hear they stop and el pan or whatever, which is awesome. So you don't really have to go out. There's a truck that comes, or a car that comes with tortillas too, but they're from the machine tortillas, not the handmade ones, right? So if you like those. Yeah, we bought some tamales oaxaqueños, and they were really good. Jose thought they were
ochepos,
the corn,
like
corn tamales, but those were not.
They were spicy, but they were good.
Yeah, they had a good flavor. Even the champurrado was really good. And I think the tamales were 25 pesos each, which was a little bit over $1. And they were big. But they were spicy. I bought some de rajas and then pollo verde. Pollo en salsa verde. Right? Yeah. Would you answer yes to? Make me. I'm looking over here, and then I look over here. Maybe there was something over here first. Jose's gonna be starting more eggs too soon, right?
Tomorrow. I got the incubator already all set up with the eggs. I need to candle them. And then turn it on. And there we go. I don't want to share too much.
Oh yeah, he has his own channel. So follow him if you guys don't yet. Hatch and Homestead. So, because he is sharing all the live of the baby chicks and crickets, right?
Yes.
That's why I really don't show the baby chicks much on our channel. Mostly the Miss Ma'ams.
You can show them, but you have to pay for a little bit.
Oh jeez.
For the exclusive. So yeah, we need to get to 100 eggs by the end of the year. Where are we gonna put them at? We're gonna make a big gallinero for all of them.
Chicken coop.
A big chicken coop.
As I was telling them the other day that the little baby chick went to where the Miss Ma'ams are at. They didn't attack him or anything. He was good. It seems that you're busy going back and forth to pick up Cassie and cooking. So nice to hear you get a break from cooking. Yeah, Gloria.
She likes to cook. Like today, she was cooking again, and I'm like, "You got food from the other day," and she got mad because I didn't eat the other food. I'm like, I need to eat the older food. What we're gonna do? Throw it away?
You eat it, I cook. You ate the
Sometimes-
rest of it,
sometimes
and then
you-
we ate. Yeah.
Sometimes you make too much,
The thing is that I don't know how to cook a little bit.
and then we end up throwing it away.
No.
Who eats it?
Me?
No.
Now I think he ate the tacos because he asked for the tacos. Not so much because he wanted to keep eating them, but more because he asked for them, and I made those tacos, and that's what he
I'm
was
like,
eating
if
them.
she wants to cook every day or in the morning, in the afternoon, make a little bit for us. That's it.
Today I made all the leftover food. That's what I did. Was
No,
the frijoles. I only had a little bit of frijoles left.
No.
The meat.
Don't try to lie to everybody.
Margarita loves Sally, Jack, and of course Teddy. Thank you. Hello, Jack and Sally. And Teddy. Teddy grew when I left and came back.
She's a crybaby.
You know, I think that when he was sick, I think something happened. My thoughts are Sally stepped on him or something, and he's afraid. Since that day that he got sick, he cries when you grab him. He cries like he panics or something. It's weird, right? So it's not really that.
But even when he was little, like sometimes in the car they would grab him, and he would cry. So I don't know. He's a crybaby. I don't like him.
You do like him, and he loves you too. You know what he calls the dogs? Teddy's the first one right here by him. That's what you get. Laura, you have your family spoiled just a little bit. But the thing is that I am always asking him, what do you want to eat? He never tells me what he wants to eat. So then I'm like, the day that he asks, say, can you make this? Then I make it because I know he's going to eat it and be happy. Backyard magic, and you enjoy her cooking a lot, and nowadays women don't want to cook. Mm-hmm. See? And he doesn't want to cook either when I leave.
When I was by myself, I used to cook. I will prep my meals, whatever meals, 3-4 meals a day. And then she walked into my mundo, and she's like, "Oh, I cooked something for you. I left them in your house, and it's in the stove or whatever." I didn't ask her to cook for me. She just offered to cook for me every day.
And now he
And
doesn't want to cook.
I don't know how to cook anymore.
Yeah, sure. Jessica, Eric, I would love to see you make pizza dough with Cassie. I really want to make your pizza dough and cauliflower crust too. I'm gonna have to make them pizza here. I have not made any. Margarita, I don't like motorcycles. Yeah, I don't like them either. Yeah, I haven't made any pizza here because the pizza dough that I had the recipe for before, that I still have my notebook in the trailer, that one was for 550 for the Fahrenheit. But the one that I just found back in Illinois, the one that I made, it was 450, so I can make it in this oven. I don't know why this oven doesn't go high enough, but I am gonna make some pizza one of these days with the kids. Cauliflower crust too. I do have to look for. I have a crust recipe for a cauliflower, but it's in my notebook. Everything's in my notebook in the trailer. Everything that I've been cooking for you guys, I've been just Googling it and YouTubing it and getting the recipes for baking. So, because my notebooks are in the trailer still, and I don't know where. Tina, I think it's very sad that people leave Mexico for a better life, and they should be able to have a good life in Mexico to begin with. You guys show us that it is possible to have a good life there. I think back in the day, parents, it was way different. That's what I was telling my parents one time. Why did you guys decide for us to go to the United States? I love Mexico. I feel like there's more freedom here for the kids. They enjoy being outside, as you guys seen on some of the videos. And that's why sometimes I want to show you guys a little bit more, but then you guys know my son doesn't like to be on camera. And when we're playing outside with the soccer, most of the time it's because he is the one asking, hey, can we go play soccer? So we go outside, we play. There's more little kids up the street playing soccer too and playing with little balls. And you don't see a lot of that in the United States, or at least where we lived. In Joliet at first, we didn't see a lot of that going on.
Well, nowadays you don't see kids in the parks. Before,
True.
when I was
When
in
we were
school,
younger, yeah.
we every afternoon we will hang out on the park
Yeah.
to play.
It's gotten so dangerous that it's
It was dangerous back then too.
true. There was a lot of gang members. Yeah. Yeah, we don't know. But yeah, Mexico it's a good place to be. And it is possible for a good life here. I think the only thing here in Mexico is if you have your own little property, if you have the money to buy your own little property, your own little house, whatever, you're set. I mean, that's pretty much it. You pay taxes, yeah, but it's like, I think back in Jalisco, we paid about not even 1,000 pesos for the year, which was what, like $400 some dollars?
And if you don't pay it, you just add up. They don't come and take your property.
Yeah.
You just can't sell it. If you want to sell it, then you have to pay the taxes, but they're not going to come and take your property or your house. And electricity,
The bills here have been really cheap compared to Jalisco. That is one thing that we've noticed. In Jalisco, one time we paid almost 7,000 pesos for the light. Here it's been 300 and something, close to 400.
but I tell Erica, here we barely use the light. Like,
Yeah.
it's so much window, so much light in here that you don't need a light to have it on, except at night, other than the fridge, the TV, or any other electronic stuff. I'm using the incubator and a heat lamp, and it's still good.
Yeah, still cheap.
The water.
The water's around 200, 300 pesos too, so it's pretty cheap.
and we
$15,
have water every
$20.
single day.
Especially if you have funds coming from the United States, it's super cheap to live here. I mean, the food, yeah, it could be more expensive, but I think it's the same thing everywhere. Especially like when you have little huevitos and stuff here. Hey, when you have your chickens and stuff, especially if you have land where they could be roaming around, where you don't really necessarily have to be feeding them daily. I think it's cheaper to have your own little animals and hopefully soon here we'll have vegetables too and stuff like that, where you can save yourself money as well. Sarah, listen to your intuition when something looks shady or doesn't seem right. Walk away when it's right. You'll know it. Yes, Sarah, I agree. 100% with that. I have always said God's plans and timings are perfect. Connie, the deal I have with my husband is I cook dinner and he cleans the kitchen. We are on our own for the other 2 meals. Oh, so you only cook once a day? Margarita Castañeda. I love California, the weather. In Ventura Country is great. Yeah, I bet that's the thing. It's super sunny and beautiful over there. Turn it off, it's not tea. It's some beets that I'm cooking. Cassie's telling me the tea, but it's not tea. I'm cooking some beets.
Mommy, what are we?
Here it is gonna be a little bit different for us to get used to the temperature, because like we said, it's cold at night. During the day it gets pretty hot, but at night it is cool. We do leave the doors, the windows open, and you can feel it gets pretty cool at night. We do have to get a blanket. Excuse me. No, I make my own first 2 and he makes his. Wait, a different. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Mommy,
Yeah. A lot of times too, being in the States, if you work different shifts, it's harder to eat together or anything. Turn. And she's
why
back.
do you guys? I don't understand the point of one person working at night and the other person working in the morning when you're not gonna be able to see each other.
Cassie put all the
It's just
slime
me thinking.
on the floor, and then she cleaned that up.
Okay, thank you.
I told Erica
Cleaned it up with her, but
one
she
time
said
that,
no.
you know what, you work in the morning, I work at night. I said, no, we're not going through that. Either we work both in the morning or at night, so we can see each other during the week, not just the weekend.
We both used to work in the morning when we were in Illinois. Different timing, but we were both in the morning. We were retired, but both work days when we did. Yeah, I think that's the best thing to do when you have a partner, is to work the same time. Sometimes it gets harder when you're working different times. Yeah, all that bread that I made before I left, that everyone was saying there was too much bread, they ate most of it when I came back. It was
Yes,
mostly gone.
Most of it.
Because she takes a lunch every day to school. Because she said the food that they make here in her school is too salty.
Yeah, but she's like, why did she make all that bread?
Yeah.
And I'm like, for you to eat.
And she ate it.
That was just too much.
It was not. It was in the freezer. It wasn't gonna hurt you guys. We left it in there. That's why I bought freezer bags, so it didn't hurt you. Jose, if there's bread that I make, he eats bread every single morning with his coffee. No? Okay, I'm gonna start recording you and tell me you don't you don't eat bread every single day. I drink my coffee with either some cookies or just by itself with my honey, and he eats it with bread every morning. That's why I tell him sometimes, you want breakfast? No. Because he already ate pan. Right? And we don't know about Taori if she's gonna go to school yet, friends. Let me tell you guys, because she doesn't want to go to school. She doesn't want to go to school. get a golf cart to drive Cassie to. Next school year, I want one so I can take my grandkids to school. You know what? I haven't seen golf carts here, right?
There's little motorcycles, like a little car, and I said, "Oh, we're gonna get you one of those ones so you can take the kids to school."
Yeah, even back in Jalisco, there was a lot of four-wheelers too, and here,
There's a lot of motorcycles.
motorcycles. Be careful, don't break it.
If I like the puesto,
Do you miss it?
if I miss the puesto, I try not to think about it, about anything over
Do
there.
something for me. I want a teddy bear.
Go play with Cassie upstairs.
No, I want a teddy bear. Can
I don't
you
mind
make me
cooking
one?
at all. Like
He likes cooking outside.
like stuff to cook outside. I don't mind doing it. I like it. So soon van a estar cocinando con José.
Can't be a cook. Take his word on it, friends. You guys heard it. It's on the video.
And I'll show you guys some
Mommy,
great,
this is the head,
great
right?
recipes.
Mommy, this is the head, right?
Yes.
What is this? What is this then? The
Yeah, he
body?
used to cook. Even in Illinois, he used to cook a lot on the grill outside. We had a
We had a grill. We had a flat top. We had a
Mommy, like
on the
that.
ground to cook on the ground.
smoker.
We had 2 smokers. That's it. Oh, and the caso for the carnitas.
And he used to cook outside. But here,
We just like a lot of stuff is still in the trailer. We don't want to buy more stuff and fill out the house. We started, later we're gonna need to move. So I got some things that I want, but hey, I just know it's not the right time. Just wait.
The hat? Mommy, the hat? This is the hat, right?
But soon.
Mommy, then what is it?
does that make you a bear?
And we can have some chicken, fried chicken, some smoked chickens.
That's supposed to be the eyes. That's the face, right? Mommy,
Yeah, but he does like to cook outside. Just outside. He doesn't cook inside the house.
Mommy, this is, what is this?
A ver, Jose, if you do,
What is
my
this?
hubby bought a barbecue 6 years ago and has yet to use it. He says he will every year. A ver si this summer.
We bought a smoker.
Mami, you can't be moving the table because you keep moving the phone. Dice, mira like this.
I was making ribs and
Look,
Awesome.
pulled pork, smoked pulled pork.
A bear
I
head.
was doing like
Mommy, what
Barbecue ribs.
like 3 of those shoulder
bear.
from the pork. It was like 6 on the smoker. And then we bought another one, so I was doing like 12 at a time. So
Shoulder and the butt.
I
Yeah.
was using it like every weekend.
Well, that's one way we made money back in the States when we lost our jobs. Even though I was getting unemployment, he was not. So we sold eggs and we sold food. We made pulled pork and we made ribs and we butchered our chickens and sold eggs.
So eggs, a lot of eggs.
And the chickens, we were selling the chickens for $40, $50 a chicken because of their weight. So that's how we were making our money. And we would sell food and we sold pretty good.
One time we sold one rooster for like almost $70. And I'm like, damn, I wouldn't pay for $70 for that rooster. But they said, hey, I want one big heavy rooster. I don't care how much he weighs.
So we gave him a heavy
Gave
rooster.
him a heavy rooster. I was like, damn, there's some heavy rooster. That's a lot of money. I was like, okay. Hola, Erika and Jose. Sure enjoy watching your videos. I love Mexico. Have all area visit at Cristo Rey. To the kids, I said, hey,
For me.
From South
from
Carolina.
South Carolina. No, honestly, we haven't traveled here in Mexico. The time that we
We went
travel
here.
for vacation is after we bought the house in
On the
Jalisco
table,
and we
right.
signed the paperwork. I told my wife, you know what? We're good. We got a house. We signed the house and it's ours now. You know what? It's time for us to relax and let's take a trip. So we took a trip in Michoacan for a week. So we were stopping everywhere, to notice new places. And then everything went downhill when we came back to Jalisco, and right now we have been here trying to do what we need to do so we can settle down, and once we settle down and we have money to actually spend traveling or enjoying ourselves, then we will travel. But right now we need to save as much money or whatever we need for our plans.
Where is El Cristo Rey? You know?
I don't know.
Yeah. Before we moved to Jalisco, I know I've told you guys before, but some of you guys are new to our channel. Even though I am a US citizen, I really didn't come to Mexico. I came from when I got my papers or when I became legal in the United States, which in Mexico, or as we say, get our papers. I only came to Mexico 2 times. And that was when I was pregnant. So I only had my oldest daughter. I was pregnant with my second daughter. And then I came when I was pregnant with Cassie. And when I came, it had been so long that I hadn't seen my family. All I did was see my family. So I didn't really travel to anything. I don't know much of Mexico. Everything I've now know is because we've traveled together here. But other than that, I don't know Mexico like that. I wish I did. I wish I would have traveled more here. We traveled more in the States, but one day. Hold on. Mhm.
Let me do more.
Lydia Quintanilla, did you live in the home your daughter is currently living in? Yes, that was our house. We sold it to my daughter and her husband.
Yeah, we were there for what, 5 years or something like
Almost
that?
6 years.
So that was our farm. That's where we learned most of our,
That's why we learned anything about animals.
yeah, from chickens, goats, cows, dogs,
Sheep. We-
ducks.
We had ducks,
We have
geese,
rabbits.
rabbits,
geese. Oh, we had, it was a farm.
guineas.
We had,
we had everything.
they will say, oh, you want this? What is it?
Yeah, some things, friends of mine from the city, like from Joliet, they had animals and they were like, hey, we have a duck, 2 ducks. You guys want them? I would go and I would get them and we would bring them home. So yeah, that was our farm. And when we were ready to move to Mexico, we talked to my family to see if anybody wanted to keep the farm, keep the cars, because we still had cars that we were paying for. And I didn't offer it to my daughter, which was, I think, the only person that we didn't offer it to. We offered it to my siblings and just other people. There's a mosquito. And they didn't want it. And one day my daughter, she would come to visit, especially when she found out that we were coming mostly every weekend, right? They were coming. And one day she said, hey, what if we buy the farm from you guys? And they kept it. They only kept a few chickens because they didn't want no animals.
So every time they went to the house and I had to go feed the animals, I would spend
Hours.
and then I would come back inside the house and they're like, we don't want no animals. And I said, but I enjoy them. I don't go just out there and feed them and go back inside the house. I will, I don't know, I would just stay there looking at them. I don't know. And after some time, I will be like, damn, it's late. I will go back inside the house.
And you know, it's funny because they didn't want no animals. They kept our sheep. We had two, a male and a female. They kept our dog. And then
Some chickens.
at the end, they told us if we could leave some chickens.
They're like, do you guys still have some chickens
Yeah.
left? And I said, not really, but let me.
We had already kind of spoke about those with someone, but we told them we didn't have them anymore, and we gave them to my
left
daughter.
them.
But now, my daughter and her husband are doing the chicken math like we started.
What is this now?
A snail? They have baby chicks. They have like 50 something. They have like 13 or more big hens and roosters. And my daughter, her baby chicks should be starting to hatch either today or tomorrow. Because we put some eggs in the incubator before I left as well. You're not going to be able to. But yeah, they are getting into animals now. My daughter wants rabbits. My daughter never lived with us there and at that house. My other daughter, Christina, did, but Erica did not. When we moved there, Erica stayed back in Joliet. She moved in with her boyfriend because she was working full-time and going to school full-time, so they just moved in together. And now they love their farm. And I feel so grateful because we can go back to visit. I know my husband can't, but we can, and we go to the house that we owned as a couple, and that was the first house that we bought together.
It looks like a dog.
But yes, and that's the one little tree that's there. We planted it in memory of the baby that we lost. So it's awesome that we can go back to that house, and I know my daughter takes care of it as well. But yes, we did live in that house. And my grandbabies love it. My grandson, he does not want to be inside the house all day. He wants to be outside. So I love looking at the animals too. That's why I like you keep the camera on the Miss Ma'ams and watching the chicks. Yeah, I don't know what it is about the chickens. Before, when I would work so many hours back in Illinois, Jose was mostly the one that took care of all the animals. I would help sometimes, but not a lot. Other than building stuff and things like that, I would help them. And when we separated all the breeds as well. But I would tell him, what are you doing? How come you're not coming inside? He was just looking at animals, looking at the chickens to see what they were doing. And I didn't understand why. And now I know. I love my chickens. I think I got more attached to the chickens in Jalisco because he was never there, because he was always at the puesto because he didn't want to be at the house. So I got more attached to the chickens that way, and I got to see what he was seeing back in Illinois as well. Sonia said you inspire them to be farmers. Yeah, now, like I said, my daughter wants rabbits, and eventually I'm sure she'll get more animals as well. Because now they're talking about a mini cow, and yeah, I think they're going to be excited about their animals. My grandbabies will for sure. Blanca, Erica, how many kids do you guys have together? Saori is the only one that we have together. We lost a baby when I was almost 16 weeks pregnant. It was a baby boy, but Saori is the only one that we have together. Cenas, it's in Silio, Guanajuato. Do you know where Silio is? I might have to look into that. Maybe he'll take me. Probably not. Lydia, what happens if both parents work and aren't able to pick up the kids from school? Can the older kids walk home on their own? I think it has to be somebody picking them up, because they come out and they say their name, and if there's not a parent or a sibling that's picking them up, they put them back in the school. They don't let them walk by themselves. I think Cassie said that in junior high, they do let them walk by themselves, and they did, right? Because we seen the kids coming out of school today. But here at elementary, they don't. I know I've heard a lot of the parents say, "Hey, I'm picking blah 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 up for whoever." So I think that it's gotta be someone taking them home. It's not like they just let them go. So I think that's great for the kids, for their safety, especially because you don't know. We don't know safety around here, so I love it. I love it that they make sure that there's somebody there to pick them
And
up.
there's always a cop there, either in the morning and the afternoon, whenever they go in and out.
There's so much.
Yeah, but you can have a babysitter or somebody. Again? Oh my God. So you can have somebody keeping an eye on them. So
No,
that's great.
don't go.
But yeah, I do love that part of here.
Take glass.
And Max,
back to yourself.
in Jalisco it was different. In Jalisco, they would just let them walk. If they knew they were walkers, they would just let them walk. Here, they don't. And it's different, but it's weird and it's good, I guess. Connie, the chickens were Jose Sanchez. He gave them all the attention in the daytime. Yes.
And like he was not like one or two. We have like
In Illinois, we had around 300 chickens and roosters.
that, but it was not. We had about
13?
15
13.
different cages.
We had different breeds
'Cause I had
separated.
different breeds, and then the goats, and then we had baby chicks, and then we had some running around, and then we had other stuff in the other barn. It was just crazy. It was a lot.
Mama Bear Connie made me laugh. Jose Sanchez. Yeah, I'm telling you, sometimes I would just lose him and I'm like, where's Jose? And I would go back there and he would be sitting there watching the chickens. I'm like, what are you doing? Looking at the chickens.
They will pick, like Saori and Erica have been always picking up the eggs for them. I didn't pick them up.
That's one thing we did do back in the States
I
too.
would just feed them. Once in a while, we'll pick some of the eggs, but like to pick them up every day, no. It was more like Saori.
I want to wash my tablet.
Okay, you can go. Saudi, Cassie too. You go. Okay, let me go give her her tablet upstairs. So you can take it, Cassie. Okay, sorry.
The Lord will bless you guys with more animals. You guys are good animal parents. Well, Erica is gone. But whoever, for you guys that follow me on my channel, I finally found one of those thermometers that got the mercury inside, those old ones, because everybody around here, the only ones that they sell is the digital one. So I finally found one and I put it inside the incubator. The incubator temperature was too high. So probably that was the reason that I wasn't hatching as many, and some of them were, not developing or stopping. So I had it on 37.4 Celsius. Now I'm gonna run it on 37.0 Celsius. So hopefully this works and we have a better hatch rate this time. Also, all the eggs that are gonna go in the incubator this time, they're not from our chicken. Not even one egg is in there from our chicken. So all of them gonna be a big surprise batch.
We're excited.
We'll see what happens. Jose, will you build a chicken coop where the big chickens are now? Hold on, I'll jump. Is selling eggs profitable where you live? Usually eggs in Mexico are that expensive. They're not expensive. They're really cheap. If you do the math, for the price of feed for chicken, you have to have a really schedule and just feed them what they require. And yeah, it's profitable even with the price that
The eggs are.
is really cheap.
The one thing about Jose, let me tell you guys, he likes to write everything down. So if he spends, say, 300 in a costal of food, he'll write it down. He says they have to eat this many, and from this we're gonna make this much. And that's how it was at the puesto too. I would get so mad. But then at least you know how much money you're making out of everything that you're selling.
Look, maybe you guys will be thinking like he's a nerd. I'm not a nerd. So, but I like to know how much am I spending, how much am I getting back. The same thing with the puesto. I will write everything down. I will not write anything that we were taking like food or anything for us. There was like a part, and we were making money. And the same thing with the chickens. Right now, I'm on the second bag of feed, so I have them write it down. Maybe on the videos, I need to be more specific of, this is the second bag that we're buying for the chicks. So far, we have spent 600 pesos, and we got 52 chicks or whatever. But before anything this, before going about 100 eggs or anything else, we got artificial intelligence. So I have talked. I have talked with artificial intelligence, and I have put
AI.
How much am I spending here? How much am I spending there? How many chickens? The space they have.
How much space does he need?
How much space do I need? And I told Erica.
And how much is gonna be the profit and everything?
How much? How many chickens I can feed in there? Do you remember?
2,000 or something? A lot. Too many.
It was like
Thousands.
thousands. Can't remember. I need to go back and check.
Yeah, we're not getting thousands, friends.
And I said I will spend so much money, like 100 and some in feed, and I will recover everything by this, and then the profit will be this margin. I'm like, you don't get that in a regular job, and it's something that you love doing.
Yeah, it was a lot of money.
And I wasn't even thinking about hatching eggs and selling them, because once you hatch eggs and you sell them, the profit is way bigger. So it is, if you write everything down and you go by the specifications of how much feed you need to give per chicken just to keep them productive, yeah, it's productive.
Nerd.
It's profitable. Whereas you don't have to go have a job. You work for yourself,
That's another thing that people continue to ask. Are you guys going to get a job? Our future plans are that to focus on our chickens and our eggs and our chicks. That's our thoughts, and that's the reason that we continue to tell you guys, no, we're not going to get a job right now. We'll wait until we build our house.
And I'm already starting. We are already doing our process. The first process is to get 100 eggs. 100 eggs, not for us. Yes, only for us, It's 100 eggs, so we can fill out our bigger incubator, which is 700 eggs. And those 700 eggs, we might keep or we might sell. I don't know. This is why I'm doing the crickets too. Why? Because I don't want to spend a lot of money on feed. I want to feed them also something that is not expensive. So I got this movie in my head, like how everything's gonna go. And when I said we're gonna have probably 1,000 chickens, it's because we're gonna have a farm. Right?
Yes.
There you go.
Where were you at?
I don't know.
And Jessica's. Jose, will you build a chicken coop where the big chickens are now?
No. The those chickens and chicks, uh, they're gonna be moved to a different place. Hopefully soon.
Lydia, eggs in the States are so expensive, almost $5 a dozen.
This-
Yeah.
we used to sell the
For
dozen for $5 for
$5.
eating. For eating. But for breeding, for hatching, the cheapest ones were $12.
12, yeah.
$12.
No, we sold some for $100.
And the more expensive eggs that we sold for hatching, it was $100 a dozen.
Yeah. It was a really good thing in the United States when we had our eggs and our chickens, for
And
sure.
sometimes you don't realize what you have. We realize what we had when we started selling all of them, like how much money it brought us,
Yeah.
because we were butchering a lot of chickens. We were selling mostly all our eggs.
At one point we put because I don't know if you guys are in any of those pages on Facebook where they give out animals that they don't want. Some people would have a lot of roosters. We would go and pick them up, come home and turn them right around and butcher
No, we will keep the ones
you.
the ones
that we liked or that we needed.
for breeding.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, we don't have these ones. And then, like me, I fall in love with all the animals. I had to sell all of them, but I didn't find one to sell. Like, oh my God, like it was hard because I will pick. I love them.
And the people that give them to us, they didn't care if we butchered them. They would say it there. We don't care what you do with them, but we don't want to be the ones butchering our animals. So we just went and we got them, we butchered, and we sold them. And that's the way we were making money as well. So more stripes.
Jessica G, more stripes. Yeah, definitely. All the eggs that I got in the incubator that we're gonna set up tomorrow, all of them are from them. And I said that they were for hatching, and they said they will not sell them as hatching because they don't have as many roosters, so they don't know if they're all furrow or anything. So they just sell them to me as eating eggs.
Margarita, how expensive is it to buy a house like the one you guys are living in now?
There's one here. They are selling it for
$1,400,000?
no, yeah, a million.
$1,400,000.
$1,400,000. It has 3 bedrooms, two
2 bathrooms.
2 full beds, kitchen, living room, and
It's just down
dining
the street
room.
from here.
And it's down, yeah.
And a little garden area or little yard area.
It has it looks nice from the outside.
Connie said, who says the accountant? Yes, definitely.
The thing is,
Audio is echoing. Give it back to me.
the thing is, if you're gonna spend a lot of money and it's something that I want to do, and I go work for somebody, I want to make sure it works. And the thing that's fine with 100 is because 100 you're not spending a lot of money. So those 100 should give you money in return, so you can increment production, and you don't take everything out of your pocket. But you guys will see. If you guys follow us, hopefully this time everything works out on our favorite, and we can do what we want to do here. 'Cause we got a lot of things to do.
We got a lot of plans.
A lot of plans. But we haven't been stuck. We wanted to do this in Jalisco, and I wanted to have a hole so I can cook underground. And it happened. here, hopefully soon. Jose, your new channel going to be called Cocinando con Jose. What do you know about that, huh?
Buenas cenas. I see you're worried about your hens not laying many eggs. Do you feed them laying pellets? I don't know what they are called in Spanish. Yes.
We can have them produce eggs. Um, they just need higher protein. Maybe if I give them like chick starter, which is the protein is like 20 something,
26,
28,
26 or
26,
28.
28. They should start producing eggs. We don't do it because we wanna raise them more like natural. They need their time
Recoup.
to recuperate, to do their natural molting, and if you push them, then yeah, you're gonna break the cycle. Uh, maybe once we actually do this as a business, and you want to have them producing eggs all the time, yeah. But at the moment, there are not many, and we want them to raise them as natural as possible.
Can you guys hear us good? I see there's a few comments that say that we are
Probably
echoing.
because I had a,
Oh, because you kept moving it?
because I had the microphone on my hand, but she took it already.
AK Gal 323. Hello, all from Alaska. Great to see you guys live. Hello. Welcome. My son Lester says hello.
Hi to
Hi,
everybody
Lester.
from Alaska.
Hi, Lester.
Yeah, the echo on the video was my fault.
He had
I had the microphone on my hand.
As you guys can see, he talks as he keeps putting his hand in front of me. Got it on me now.
Hi, Lester's son.
Lester's son. Lester. The son.
But yeah, we got plans. We got quite a bit of plans. Are you gonna tell them? Because you're dying to tell them.
I didn't say nothing. What's wrong with
Erika, before she went to the States, she wanted to do a live video to let you guys know something. But I said it's too soon. Wait, they don't need to know everything. Just slow down, because then we tell you guys something, and then you guys are like, when and this and that, and I didn't want it to be like last time. Oh, we do, and then nothing happens. Nothing happens. But this time, go ahead.
Why me? You're the one that's
Because
snitching.
you're the one that wanted to tell them all.
No, yeah, I did want to do a live before I left to the States. He told me not yet. And today I wasn't going to say nothing, but here he is. We did find land, friends. We have bought property. I will be making a video soon, letting you guys see it. They're supposed to be cleaning it. It's in a new neighborhood. It's like a neighborhood like this, but we bought.
It's a new neighborhood that is gonna get built.
So it's good. We bought more than one lot, so it's a pretty big property.
It's about almost half an acre.
So it's half of an acre. It's bigger. So for our plans, we don't know when we're gonna start building the house yet. We're working on getting the area clean because here, I don't know if you guys seen, but there's a lot of rocks everywhere. So the property where that we bought, it still had the rocks a few days ago. They told us they were gonna be cleaning it out, but it's been raining a lot, and it's on top of a cerro. Look at, friends. That's why I said God's plans are his time and his plans. I kept telling Jose I want it to be further away from
It's far away from everything.
and I want it to be on a cerro where I can see around. And guess what? The property that we have purchased is on a cerro, away from everything. It is gonna have a neighborhood. We don't know if it's gonna be like this because the people that have been buying the lots have been buying a few at a time, not just one. So we don't know how the houses are going to be or anything, but we are going to have a basketball field there and a soccer field where the kids can play. And it's on a cerro. It's on top of a cerro where you can see Homoro León. So it is close to here. It is in Guanajuato, where my husband said that he he would never live, but here we are now. And we have purchased land in Guanajuato. So a video will be coming so you guys can see. And we'll let you guys know once we start doing the things. We do want to fence it first before the house because we want to move our chickens because it is closer to where we're living now.
It's a virgin place, so there's no electricity,
Yeah.
no water, no
not yet.
services yet. It's a brand new establishment that they're gonna start building. They said probably in October. They're gonna start putting the streets and after
Water
that
and
the
light.
water and the electricity. So it's not something that is gonna be overnight. But we are planning to start doing some things like the fencing, maybe moving our animals over there, maybe start building. And once everything is ready, then we can just get connected to the sewer or electricity and water.
And that's
So-
why Jose said we're not building the chicken coop over here where the chickens are. We will be hopefully moving them over here. We do have to fence the whole area first because we do want our animals to be able to run around, our dogs, and have our chickens. We will be building a chicken coop though for them, but our dogs will be loose. And hopefully once we're building the chicken coop, I can take some of my plants and transplant them over there.
And it's not far from us, from where we currently live.
See, and that's another thing. God knows Cassie's school is down the street from where we're gonna live, friend. It's literally down the street. So everything is working out. So hopefully we'll give you guys more information soon. We have been looking, well, Jose, I had him research fence and stuff while I was gone to Illinois so that he could have his mind somewhere else. But we have been looking at fence. So once they clear the land, we are going to get it fenced and start doing what we can so we can hopefully start building our home soon. But we don't have dates. So please don't start, hey, when are you guys building your house? Because we don't know yet. We will get it fenced as soon as we can so that we can move our chickens closer to us so that we can go see them maybe more often. Who knows? It's like
Not more often.
7 minutes.
Maybe spend more time.
More
over
time,
there.
yeah. And that way our dogs can go over there and run around and our kids can go and see. But it is beautiful. We'll show you guys the property soon, hopefully. It has been raining a lot, so we have.
Like we were over there today, and she's like, "Let's go take a look, see if they cleaned that property." And I said, "I don't want to go up there." Why? Because only part of the street to get up there is with pavement, and then after that it's just gravel and dirt. And I'm like, I don't want to go up there. It's not dry. We might get stuck or something, you know. So I said,
Because it is up. It's up there.
We have
It's
to go
there.
uphill.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. Jose was a little upset when I told him that I was looking for land. I was just so frustrated because we didn't get this other land that we had looked at because of the issues we were having. So I started looking around and I told him one day, I said, hey, look, there's land here. It was not expensive because it's on the outsides. And he said, well, call. I said, I already did. We're going to go at this time and see. And then we were going to start with one lot and then we moved to a few more and then a few more. And we got a half acre, which is awesome. Lydia said, I see you in the future having a puesto, selling eggs and chickens and eggs. Meat in Mexico is not cheap. Every time I go to Mexico, I go to the grocery stores to compare prices and meat is expensive. It is expensive.
Meat is expensive.
Yeah.
Especially when to me, it's like, hey, we need a pollo for later or tomorrow. Hey, ready, fresh. And that's what a lot of people want, fresh meat, you know.
Thanks to all the congratulations. Praise God, yes, Backyard Magic. We are very excited. Like Jose said, I wanted to tell you guys because we signed the day before I left to the States. And I wanted to do a live, but Jose said not yet. So, but we are very, very blessed if we finally have our land. I went to see chocolate egg. The chocolate egg. You have a chocolate egg over there?
It's kind of dark
Oh,
brown.
okay.
Not like a copper maroon, but yeah, still we have to improve them.
Okay, Gail 323. So she said if we have named the other rooster, we can name him Hey Hey. That's how I tell him all the time, but it's not his name, but I just tell him Hey Hey. Ida Williams, do you guys know the other YouTubers that live in the area?
No,
No, we do not. I
don't
wish I would.
we don't know if there's any. Is there
So no, La Güerita they live in
Oh.
Puebla, and then there's some that live here in Guanajuato. I do follow them, and La Güerita has given me a shout out on her YouTube, but I don't personally know them. I would love to get to know them for community, but I don't.
Guanajuato is a big state. It's not a small state. Neither Michoacan.
Already
They're
praying,
kinda big.
all goes well. Thank you, Sonia. We really do appreciate all the prayers. And like I said, God is good. Hallelujah. Yes, Mama Bear. But Jose San visit him in Mexico. We get to meet his boys, Lady P 3069. He said he was coming,
Yeah.
right, this summer. I seen him when I went to the States, but I didn't record him. I don't record people that don't want to be in the videos. I didn't even ask him. He just went to pick up some things that Jose has sent him, and then he left. But hopefully he does come. He said he was coming. One of them. The other one works full time, so I don't think he will be coming.
Yeah, I told him the best time to come is probably like in December and Christmas, when there's a lot of things to do here. During this time, it's just a normal day.
Ida, I watch Our Life in Guanajuato too. I hated that their videos are so short and not very frequent, but I do watch them. Every time their videos come up, I do watch them. I watch Just a Girl in Mexico, Lady P. I don't think I watched that one. I do watch Touch of Light, Homestead in Mexico. I do watch them. Yes, You're Forever Home. Yes. Hopefully here soon. But thank God, yes, we do have property now. The other YouTubers might live in your area. I think, who is it? Our Life in Guanajuato, I think they live more towards the Sierra. I think they live more north, but I'm not 100% sure. I know she commented one time on one of my videos. I was so happy. I told Jose, oh, look, she commented, right? But I'm not sure where they live exactly. La Güerita 70 is from Puebla, so she's a little bit further down. And Touch of Light, she was from Jalisco. And she was a few hours away from us, about 3 hours away from where we were living. Maria Martinez, are you going to have room for your chicks and your plants? In our new property, yes. We will have a lot of space for my plants and for the chickens. So yes. And that's one of the reasons too that we didn't want to buy any property, because we wanted to make sure that we had what we were looking for. And what we were looking for was land for our animals, for our kids, for us, for our plants. Because I do want to go see or go start with my garden again, like I did back in the States. I'm going to check out Just a Girl in Mexico, Lady P 3069. I think I've watched her, but I don't remember. I know I'm not subscribed to her. But I've seen a lot of people have been moving to Mexico and creating a lot of YouTube channels. So I have been starting to watch more. Lady P 3069, another channel is Chelsea in Mexico. I watch Chelsea in Mexico. Yes, DRT, congratulations on your purchase of your new property. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Margarita in the future are planning to have geese and ducks and turkeys.
Yes, turkeys. I wanted to hatch some. I didn't get a message back saying, "Hey, we have some turkey eggs," but yeah, we're definitely gonna try to do some turkey eggs.
We already wanted ducks, and then we ended up not getting them because we didn't have the property.
Yeah, they offered me some geese and turkeys, and I think the price was
It was
good.
fair, yeah, it was good.
But I decided not to grab them because I'm like, we don't even have a property. Why am I gonna get these geese or ducks? But now that's why we're starting to hatch all these chicks.
Now you guys know the reason, the reason behind our baby chicks hatching and us getting more. Since we will have a pretty good size coop for them to be in. So
Right now it might be kind of boring because we do the same thing all over. But pretty soon we will start doing
projects.
projects or doing this or that.
Yeah. So right now it's very repetitive. For me, it's cooking, taking Cassie to school, picking her up, doing grocery shopping,
Yeah.
taking care of the family.
The same thing. I'm using a box for the chicks because their box is not.
It's not a permanent home.
It's not a permanent home and it's not big enough for what we're gonna be doing here.
Yeah.
So
But yes.
in the States, I had a 4x8, and that was a small 4x8 brooder, and then my bigger brooder was, I think, about 6x16. That was my bigger brooder.
Yeah, so that's where we're heading to put our chickens are gonna be the first to move into the property before us. And we're excited about that. Ida Williams, I love you guys and look forward to seeing you daily. I love watching your walking Cassie to school and love your animals. Oh, thank you. Like I said, sometimes I feel like, oh, I just showed them that yesterday, but then I'm like, but this is my life and I know you guys like our lives here, so I just go ahead and record what I'm doing on a daily basis. That's why mostly it's our day in the life because it's what we're doing daily. What kind of fencing are you putting up, Laros?
For the moment, we're thinking to put just a chain link fence, and that's because we don't want to spend a lot of money. Most of our money we wanted to go towards the house, and then if we need to put a brick wall fence, whatever you guys want to call it, then we will see. By the moment it will be just a chain link fence. It will be like a 6-foot fence, like a 6-foot
And
fence,
2 feet on top with
and then 2 more
barbed wire.
barbed wire. They're gonna put a barbed wire on
It's
top.
gonna be around 8 feet tall. And that's another reason that we have the 3 dogs also, friends, because we are gonna have proper property for them to be able to run around and enjoy their life. Lisa, congratulations on your new land purchase. Can't wait to follow your dreams. Thank you. Can't wait to start sharing with you guys too. And back at home or back in Illinois, when we had our home over there, we built everything together. We did a lot of chicken coops. We built the houses for the goats outside. We did the fencing. We did a lot. So you guys will see us working
The feeder
together.
for the goats.
Yeah, we did a lot. So we'll be sharing probably maybe in both channels. We don't know. How we're gonna be doing that, but we'll share with you guys our process once we start. In the house, we might have someone else. I don't think we're gonna make it because we don't know how. But we could record some of the process too once we are good to start building. But for right now, the fence will be the first thing going up. The house, we don't know dates yet. Lady P3069, baby, me, Jose? No, he chickened out. Say it.
When we got together, we agreed that we weren't gonna have no kids. But we ended up having Saori, and we lost one. Uh, but that was it. I'm not. It's a lot of responsibility to have kids, and it's not that I don't like responsibility. It's just that you need to have everything that they need. So we had kids on her side and on my side, and I said that's more than enough.
So no more babies.
It's a lot.
Ida Williams, I love it when you show us the town and surroundings. I know you guys get a lot of rain and storms. Does it flood there?
Well, supposedly we had never been here, but supposedly it used to be dry. I don't know. This looks a lot like a normal day to me, but from what I remember, it used to rain a lot back when I was a kid, and it just looks the same right now to me, like rain constantly.
But tomorrow's video, you guys will see. I recorded the lago. What is it called?
I don't know.
Ojo
but
de agua.
It's dry.
The lago and the Ojo de Agua or something.
Even the
It's dry.
Quetzal, I think it's the second largest lake in Quetzal. I think it's this. Oh, it was because it's dry now. Like like a big part of the lake
It's dry.
is dry.
And here, where we live right now, the houses are kind of like in a hill, kind of, right? So we're not down at the bottom, so we don't know if it floods down there or not.
Yeah, we are up in the hill too.
Pamela, I love watching you guys, whatever you do. Oh, thank you. Really appreciate it. Ida Williams, I enjoy watching the kids play out on the streets and sitting outside on the curb eating. Thank you. Yeah, I like going outside with the kids too. And I love watching other kids play also. Miguel would love to be in the soccer field 24/7, right? Fishing and soccer field. Every day he says, can we go to the soccer field? I'm like, let's go outside and play. Hopefully, once we start building the house and we move in, the fields will be done. The one that's gonna be in back of our house is gonna be a basketball field, and then at the entrance of the neighborhood, it's gonna be a soccer field, so we can go there and play. Because right now, the ones that we have, they're not
far away.
They're far away, and then they're closed all the time too, so we can't take them over there. Sarah, God is good. Yes, he is. And like I've always said it, his time is the perfect time. And as we've seen it, it's working out for us. Jose, do you have grandkids?
No, except for Erica's girls, they call me grandpa.
My grandbabies, yeah. But not from his two sons. One of his sons is 21.
Yeah, they're
22?
still young.
Yeah, so the oldest is 22, the other one's still 17, so no babies yet. Stevie Arguello, oh, erase the message. Laura Solis, do you know why you got the allergic reaction to the juice? No, I do not. Before
Es delicada.
before I got the juice, I did ask the lady, I said, do you guys, does it have mango? Because I bought the green one, and Jose had just gotten the fruits with leche.
And they said they don't use mango.
They said because they put so many chemicals on the mangoes now that they don't want to use them. So I made sure that they didn't use mango. I think it was just a mixture of everything together. As soon as
Delicada.
we were coming, my stomach started hurting so bad, right? I told you. And it kept hurting, and then I started getting the itch. Once I start the itch on the palm of my hands and my feet, it's over.
It was too healthy for you.
It was. I wanted my Coke.
I said, is it too healthy for you? She's like, yeah. Like, do you want a Coke?
No, but I did start getting, and then I got just a few hives, not bad. The mango it'll close my throat. It'll close my eyes. I get swollen everywhere. So it was not mango, but I'm not sure what it was. I wish I know, but I know not to drink it like that anymore because of whatever it is that was in there. Jesus, the truck you drive in Illinois is actually worth some money.
Yeah.
It's not mine.
All three, the 2 trucks and the car, they were a good chunk of money.
You think he might be talking about Jose's truck?
Oh,
La mamalona, la perrona, le digo yo. Yeah, he's got the 89.
I don't know about
No,
old trucks.
he's got an old truck.
I'm not a car guy.
I'm telling you, he's nothing. He's weird.
If I need to, I don't like to do any type of mechanic stuff on the cars. But I'm not gonna go pay somebody to do it. This time I had to because I don't got no tools here, and I hate them. They're all. I need everything this on my on the trailer. Even if I don't like to do something, I prefer to do it than pay somebody.
So our chickens and our trailer are coming to our new property. So as we get it
I need
fenced
to get
in.
my stuff out of the trailer. Honestly.
But yeah, the truck belongs to my son-in-law and my daughter, and they let me drive it when I'm over there. I do like that truck. No lie. I wanted to bring it with me to Mexico, but it's not mine. Ida, do you guys still sell food on the street side? No, not right now.
We don't
Our
sell
puesto
anything.
is in Jalisco, and right now we're not selling anything yet. Esperanza Díaz Hermosa, José, saludos y bendiciones. Hope all is going well for you and your family. I need to catch up on all videos. Mis mejores deseos para ustedes.
Muchas
Muchísimas
gracias por las
gracias.
bendiciones y por los buenos deseos, Esperanza Díaz.
Hope all is well for you and your family. Laura's too healthy. So very
Yes.
happy for you.
Like before, there was a time of my life that I used to be healthy and I used to exercise and go to the gym and run 5 miles a day, and a fit guy, one of those rad gym, whatever you want to call it. And I used to have my vegetables, my fruits, and have a shake. She came to my life, and I will make her some juice, and she was fine.
I used to
And
drink
she
it.
used to, and then she like one day, oh, my hands they have a color because she was low on iron. So-
Yeah.
and I said, well, I use kale, but she now it's too healthy for her.
I think it's just a mixture. I don't know what it was, but I think it was just a mixture
Like
that they
if
put in
if we
there.
went to Moroleon, and I had already bring my coffee or anything, I go get a juice. Right, because it's good. It's natural, and
They make it right in front of you guys. You guys seen in the video
They
too.
make it in front of you, and it's fresh, and it's not even
Yeah.
expensive.
I think we
It's
paid 83 pesos for the 3.
something like that.
Like around $4. Yeah, it's not bad at all. So I'm so happy for you guys. Muchas felicidades. Thank you,
Thank
everyone. Thank you. Very blessed. And thanks for all the blessings. Thanks for all the prayers too. We know all those prayers caught up with us and we did it. Ida, I have family that may end up being deported and we don't have family there anymore. It's scary for us. Yeah, it's a very scary situation with everything that's going on in the United States. Thank God we were not part of that. But if we would have stayed in the States, who knows? We could have been that part. But thank God we came
But it
before.
doesn't matter. Even being now or back then, you as a person, an immigrant, you always have to be on the lookout. It's always something hunting you. You're never free. You realize that you don't have a freedom because there's something hunting you. Como dicen por ahí, cargamos la pata de conejos, and they're always hunting us, and it is true. And I wonder, like, sometimes tell myself like, that's not a way to live. I'm sorry, but I know that the United States, because I'm not gonna say America, because America is a continent, but the USA, it has a lot of opportunities, but at the same time, you don't own anything. At the same time, it's just a dream that you live in, uh, and you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. Uh, it's a beautiful life, and it gave me a lot of stuff, but at the same time, it's just like it's not. How can you live on a
Fear.
place under fear, and they're always watching your back? And that's how I feel a lot of times. Uh, that you don't know if you're gonna come back. You don't know if somebody's gonna raid your job, or they're gonna have a stop or something. It's just you're always in the lookout, and that's not a way to live. And whoever lives like that, and I have done it. Um, I don't know if it sometimes is worth it to some people, but everyone mentality is different. To some people it might be worth it. To some other people, it's not.
All those people are in our prayers. It's a lot going on. It's hard for everyone. I have people in my family that are illegal. And everyone's in our prayers. Just the riots, I don't agree with, but I have different opinions on that, but I won't get into it. But in my belief, my thoughts are, if you're doing something bad, then take them out. But if people are there working, like going and taking kids out of the schools and deporting them, to me, that's not right. But we will keep you in our prayers, Ida Williams. Hopefully they don't get deported, but we know it's happening more and more and more. And I know a lot of people are coming to Mexico or anywhere else so that they can run away, basically.
This is the thing. A lot of USA people, güeros, even Afro-Americanos, they come into Mexico for a better life. Why we cannot come to our Mexico for a better life, but other people do? I just gonna put it that way.
There's much more opportunity now too, I think, with the precedents that was before this one, for everyone to have jobs and
Mexico had changed. It's not
a
the
lot.
1980s, like when our parents immigrated to the States for a better life. The economies are more tied together that, hey, everything circles around. And there's a lot of technology now that you can have a job in Mexico, and you actually making different type of money, not pesos. So there's a lot of other ways. At the same time, we need to stay alert and what's going on in the entire world, because it's not just in the United States. The war, which I hope it doesn't happen, but at the same time, a lot of people is making a lot of money off of that. They're playing with lives. So I don't know. It's just a lot of evil in the world, And hopefully everything stops. We all humans, and it's only one world for all of us, which there's no brown, white, black. We're all humans. We all together. So hopefully everything comes to their sense, and is more love and peace in the entire world. And we all see human beings instead of colors.
Lady P3069 sounds like a planned community. Do they have rules regarding farm animals in urban areas? We asked, and they told us it was fine for whatever animals we wanted to have. I think it's because it's outside mostly too.
It's outside,
Yeah.
so there's cows around. There's
Yeah.
crop. They're raising.
There were cows in our land
And,
when we went to go see it, right?
Yeah, from the next neighbor, they have cows.
Erica's cooking is not boring. I'm loving it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I know I cook eggs a lot of different ways, but hey, that's what I have. I have to cook. And you're welcome, Ida Williams. Hope everything turns out good for you guys, for your family. We need Jesus to come for us. We need Jesus in our lives, period, this people. Sonia, Jose, agree 100%. Lady P3069, I was guessing baby, but the surprise was land. Congratulations. All good news. Thank you.
No, baby, that's not gonna happen. I told her the other day, come here, I'm gonna get you pregnant.
Maria, if you were born in Mexico, you know Mexico is not the same. We all wanted peace. Yeah, it's very different for sure. Before, I remember it used to be way different, but it's not as bad as people talk. It's not as bad as people are always putting Mexico out there to be. It's at least for our view, for
I'm
what
like-
we've seen here, the year that we've been living here.
Let's put it this way. There's a lot of talk about Mexico, this and that happen. And yeah, it happens. But if you think about the United States, it's the same thing. A lot of things happen. And a lot of things happen to little kids and schools. And a lot of things happen, but to bad people. Same thing here. It's just everything is the same thing all around the world. If you're doing bad things,
You're gonna
bad things
find it.
gonna happen to you. But that's everywhere. It's not just in Mexico. I'm like, we had travel from Michoacan, supposedly a bad place in Jalisco. We had
Guanajuato.
travel at night.
Yeah.
We didn't see anything.
Well, we picked up Miguel. We picked him up, I think it was at 3:00 in the morning, and we left from the airport to Jalisco.
I feel more comfortable like traveling with the family because the people can see we are a family than traveling myself or another person, another guy with me. Because then now you're like, they're two guys. So, it's different. But there's a lot of cops on the streets, like checking, for routine checks. But whenever they see a family, it's a family.
But they did tell us to have our windows down because they are
Yeah.
black. They are tinted. To have them down just so that people don't confuse us with anybody. They came from a cop. So
Not only for a cop, I think it was the military.
yeah, the
'cause
militaries.
The army.
Because everything that was going on.
Yeah, the army was there,
I think it depends too a lot where you live and where you're located. But they used to say Moroleón was really bad. Thank God we haven't seen anything, and we've been here for a few months.
Hopefully, we never see
Jalisco,
anything.
yeah, hopefully. Like we said, we've been here for a year, and thank God to this moment we haven't seen anything. Stevie, congratulations on your purchasing your new land. Enjoy watching the chicken nuggets on your channel. God bless y'all. Thank you so much.
you.
Thank you. Luis Bisoni, llegando. Bienvenido. ¿Cuál ha sido lo más difícil de vivir en México?
Su familia.
A familia. Luis Bisoni is asking what has been the most difficult thing to live in Mexico? Family. I think that's the hardest. I'm very blessed. Jose is it's not as blessed as I am, but at least I can go back and see my family. But also our family can come and see us. So at least that makes us
No, he's
better.
asking what's the most difficult living in Mexico.
Living in Mexico. La situación que hemos pasado, yo creo, ¿verdad?
And it
The
says
situation that we've
Like-
been through.
when
Losing a house.
once we moved to Michoacan, even we were in a hotel, I was relieved. Like
Yeah.
here, even this 2 or 3 months here that we are in the apartment or in this house, I feel relaxed. I feel comfortable because it was all this other time that it was just horrible. Now I'm actually enjoying myself finally.
That's why I had to push him, friends, because he was too relaxed. That's why I started
Yeah.
looking for land. I was calling different places, different areas. All these lands that you guys see around here, I had already called. And I was comparing prices and doing this and doing that. And I found this land and it wasn't that expensive and it was on the outsides and they have a different location too that's down closer to where we live now. Right?
If you guys ever come to Mexico for a better life or for retirement or for less stress or for whatever you guys want to do, don't live with family. Don't live with family. And if you buy something appropriate from family, they need to get out. Don't even say, oh, you guys can stay here. No.
That's the hardest part of being in
because-
Mexico.
Then problems come and you guys, the family, it goes out of the window. So just don't live separated from your family. And it might not be the same for everybody, but in our situation, that's what happened. So
Yes, unfortunately, that's what happened. That has been the hardest. Esperanza, I wish and would love to live in Mexico. To me, it seems more peaceful and mucho cariño.
it's less stressful, it's more calm. You don't have to worry about too much about, at least for us, about bills. Because in the States, it's like I used to go to work and I already know I'm getting paid on Friday. And before anything, I will pay all my bills. Like I will schedule all my bills to get paid and let's see how much I got left over.
Every 2 weeks, we would pay half. So the mortgage was so much, we would pay half this 2 weeks, and then the next 2 weeks, we would pay the other half. And we would do everything with all of our bills like that so that we never
It was just,
fell behind, but it was stressful.
it's the States, you like in debt and then you don't own anything.
And then we had all these cars, so that didn't help us.
So, but yeah, here is more calm.
It is
relaxing.
peaceful. Days
So-
are way longer.
So, but it have been 3 months that I haven't worked. So, from the time that we came, have been 3 months that I haven't worked.
Yeah. Lara Solis, did you get your money back? Yes, we did. We got it before we left. Once we got the money, we left. Luis Besoni, ¿qué pasó con el puesto?
El puesto está ahí, lo quieren comprar. It's for sale.
The
I don't-
puesto is still on sale, friends.
That's how bad it was. They didn't even wait for the puesto to be sold. Let's go. I'm out of here.
I think I'm gonna sell it to the people that gave me an offer on it, even if it's cheaper, just so we can get rid of it.
Nah.
See, it's just sitting there though. This is the guy that does not sell anything, friends. That's why we got rid of all his golds back in the States, because he wouldn't sell one. He wanted his compadre to sell his instead of him selling his. Laura Solis, that's one of the reasons I love your videos. So peaceful. Oh, thank you. Mama Bear, like the saying goes, work to live versus live to work. Amen.
In the States, I was waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning to take off to work. I was coming back probably around 5 o'clock during the spring and summer and
Fall.
fall. Winter time, I will be back on home early.
12 or 1.
Yeah, but mostly was because you need to pay bills. I needed to be there. I needed to put in hours because I know that winter our work was slow and we needed to prepare for winter. But it is just work, 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 and enjoy your weekend and go back to work.
When you don't have to work weekends. Sometimes we had to work weekends.
Here, if we're planning to do our own thing, we enjoy doing it, and hopefully everything's good and we do well on something that we love to do on our house where our kids are and we can enjoy them.
That's been the biggest blessing, being home with the kids. Even though sometimes I get on my nerves sometimes. And I'm not even gonna lie, because all you hear is mama, mom, mom, mom. But I love being home with my kids. Jose, are you gonna show your channel today? Is your recording thing or no?
I didn't record anything today. Honestly, tomorrow.
Well, we didn't go see the Miss Ma'ams because it was raining, so he couldn't record the chickens over there.
And the crickets, I do like every other day. The chicks, I watch the baby chicks every day. The incubator, tomorrow we're gonna show you guys the incubator and the eggs. But tomorrow,
You're magic. Use your puesto, your new land. We're thinking about maybe selling food, maybe, but it wouldn't be something where it's gonna be an everyday thing. So more to come on that.
we got plans, but we don't know what we're gonna do yet.
Jesus, I got deported in 2010 and I thought my life was over, but thanks to the Lord, I'm here and I own my own home, got my family, and I live a peaceful life. You can do it too. Thank you, Jesus. God
Okay.
bless for that.
Jesus, from the States to the life that you have now,
To that life.
or you live currently living with your family, do you think you will have less stressful life in the States?
He said it's more peaceful.
I know a lot of people does like, to me in the States a lot of people is living paycheck by paycheck, and a lot of people here in Mexico is the same thing. So what's the difference? And then you're away from your culture, your
Your food.
your food, your family. Well, now like our generation, our families are over there, but the first generation, like our parents, like they left everything. I don't know. Hopefully, it was worth it to them. But I don't know how it was back then, so I cannot really speak for them. But now it's different.
Ana Chan, hola, bendiciones. Hola, hola, buenas noches, bendiciones.
Bendiciones.
Bienvenida.
I don't know. I love Mexico. I love the United States. I love everybody.
I think the United States gave us a big opportunity where we have our kids, we got married, got divorced, got remarried, we got our house, we learned a lot. It taught us a lot. It gave us the opportunity to be able to move to Mexico. We're not rich, but we at least have enough to be able to buy a home here. In the United States, you buy a house, you always have to pay your
That's
taxes. I know some of them right there where we lived in Joliet and Rock and Romaville, and they were paying $20,000 in taxes a year, even if your house is already paid. That's a lot of money, and plus all the bills, cell phone bills, everything that you have. It's expensive. Thank God.
here. I pay 100 pesos for my cell phone service, and sometimes I don't even want to pay them.
It's different. The cell phone service here, it is very different than the United States, but even it's just they gave us a big opportunity. Mexico showed, or the United States showed us a lot. We learned a lot. Thank God we have our kids. We met each other over there, but now Mexico is giving us an opportunity to continue our lives and have a good life here in Mexico.
And I think it's a good opportunity in Mexico at the moment for anyone that likes to invest or are in the investment opportunities. There's quite a bit of good investments opportunities currently. Um, Jesus Martinez, I used to work Monday to Friday, but I will never see my kids. Now I do mechanic work here and see them all the time. So it's actually better for you. Your life changed, but on the other hand, you have a lot of more time with your family.
And at the end of the day, we're not taking money in our pockets.
And at the end of the day,
We're making memories.
we're getting old. And then what do you take? Nothing.
We leave memories with our family members, but we don't take nothing. We came
Yeah.
naked and we go naked.
No, I'm not
Oh.
gonna make it.
Maria Martinez, everyone know you go to the States to work and you come back to Mexico to relax. Hallelujah.
That's only for people that are not married or something like that. But if you have a family in the States, it's just the same thing as probably living here.
I think our life is based a lot in family. I think we have been together for the years that we've been together. Our priority is our relationship, our kids, more than anything else. And I think that's the reason we are liking to be home, because we could spend more time together. Sometimes he goes to the room, sometimes I go to the room because I just want to be away from everyone. But being able to be home and cooking and taking care of the family, and I'm sure for him, I mean, he doesn't cook, but it's better to be there with your family when you're needed. Even my kids in the States, sometimes hey, mom, I would like a hug. That's the hard part for me. But I can still stay in touch now with our phones and everything. You can see each other as if they were here, so it's so different nowadays than it was before. But like, I think we are focused in our life, our marriage, since we've already gone through a bad marriage or whatever kind of marriage we had before, that we try to focus on the things that we had issues with in our past relationship. And I know time was a big one, so that's why we enjoy being with each other sometimes. Not really, but just kidding. Just kidding about it. Lady P, there are neighborhoods in the U.S. I wouldn't want my car to break down and my car walking at night. I'm sure the same is true for any country. Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes when we used to drive, to another state for vacation, I would be like, I hope my car or a truck doesn't break here, because I'm like, I don't know. But a good thing that nothing happened, not ever.
Chicago had some horrible areas.
Oh yeah, Chicago, it's ugly.
Even back in Joliet, when we first moved over there, I remember one time my dad was a soccer player. We were coming and there was a neighborhood where you couldn't go in. And we had a little station wagon. We were all in the car And my dad said, hold on, because it's either them or us, because they stopped right in front of us to try to block us so that we could stop and they could rob us. My dad stepped on that car so hard. And then for a long time, we wouldn't go through the area. Now it's not like that because you go through there all the time and it's good. But
When we got together and we moved and we actually start renting a house, the first property that we rented together, the price was like a block away. Oh my God.
yeah, there was projects right there and there were shootings and there were, yeah.
Ooh. As soon as the lease was due, I told my cousin, hey, you have a house for rent? And hey, he's like, no, it needs work. I'm like, you know what? I'll help you. I'll help you, but we need to get it done by this day.
He was doing drywall after
Oh
work.
my God. I used to work so early in the morning. As soon as I got back from work, I will go over there with my cousin. Sometimes I was more tired helping my cousin get the house fixed so we can move in.
But it was bad.
But it was bad.
There was shootings all the time. There
One
was
time
fights.
One time
They robbed our house,
they
remember?
robbed our house. One time they run into our garage door. It
They
was
broke
just-
into my car. Yeah, it was not good. Hey there, Williams. I love watching you cook. I want you to show us the finished food results. We want recipes. Yeah, I think I do need to show you guys a little bit more when the food is done because I kind of just go really fast. And I try to cook different things so that you guys can learn more recipes as well. Please, will you make a flan this week? Triple M, MMM. I can make a flan. I haven't made a flan in a long time, right? Al baño Maria. Yeah, I think I can work on making a flan. I think I have mostly everything that I need for it. Maria Martinez, I love to watch you cook. Thank you. I think that's what I was telling Jose. We were talking about one day, like the videos that get more views. Right now, my videos, since I was telling Jose too about that, because since I went to the States, my views have been low. But I do notice that when I cook, the views on my videos do go up more. But yeah, and I cook almost every day. Basically every day, right? Esperanza Diaz, please share if you make sourdough bread. I have to start my sourdough. I do have a starter, but it's in the traila. It's freeze dried, so it has to be brought back to life. But I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start one here. The flour that they sell here in Mexico is not white flour, it's wheat flour. So it's gonna be very easy for me to start my sourdough. It'll take me at least 5 to 7 days to make it work, but I will start sharing some of that as well once I start it. I should have already started, but I haven't. Either I want to make the Apache meal. You made the bread recipe seem simple, but I want to see the bread after it's cooked. Okay, I'll start showing you guys. I'll cut it and let you see it once it's cut so you can see it. The Apache meat, to me, was delicious. Jose said it had a little bit too much limon.
To me, I like the taste of limon, like on the ceviche. I told her, like, I don't care if it's fish or shrimp or yes, vegetables, the ceviche. And I like to taste, but this one, I don't know if it was because of the meat, but
He had
it was
never
too
had it
strong.
before either.
The lamb was too strong. I don't
This is
know.
the first time I make it for him, so. Sonia, I live in a new community in North Texas. Everyone has cameras and guns. And society is getting worse here. Oh wow. Yeah, it's just, I think, like we were saying, I think it's just everywhere. It's not just in Mexico. It's not just in the United States. It's not just in Canada. It's everywhere. It's all over the world, and we just have to be on the lookout for anything and at any time. But I mean, if you're getting yourself into trouble, you're gonna find trouble, and it don't matter where you live. So we try not to hang around with the wrong people and try to stay more to ourselves, because we don't know. We don't know people here. So we're not trying to get into any troubles. We have kids and we don't want them to get into any issues either. So, but yeah, everything, society is just not good right now. Oh, yeah. Well, friends, if you guys don't have any more questions for us, we've been live for what, 2-3 hours? Oh, 3 hours? Oh, wow. Thanks for joining us on our live. We hope you guys enjoyed it with us here. And we gave you the great news. We have our land now. So thank God for that. We'll start sharing more on all that stuff once we do start working on it. Like we said, please don't start attacking us. And when are you guys starting your house? When we're not sure yet. We are looking for someone to build it for us. Jose has already spoken to someone, but we don't know anything yet. But once we start doing stuff at the new property, we will bring you guys along and share with you guys so that you guys can see our progress there. And once we start building the house, we will share that as well. So anything that we start doing in our property, we will share with you guys. Once we bring the Miss Ma'ams over, everything, their coop, anything we're doing over there, we will share with you guys so we could keep you guys in the loop with us as well. But thanks for coming along. Please share this channel if you guys can, so we can continue to grow and like. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it, right? Thanks for all your prayers. Thanks for all the blessings. We really do appreciate it. And everyone, please, let's pray for everything that's going on, for all those people getting deported, for all those issues, all the problems going on, especially right now that we've seen in the United States. We'll keep you guys in our prayers, and we hope everyone prays for everything that's going on. Well, friends, God bless. And
thank you for all the hearts,
all the love.
for all your support. And on my channel, I might be trying to be a little bit more explicit on things, so you guys learn. For the ones that are wondering if it's profitable, the chicks, if maybe I can share something about it, and maybe you guys can say, yeah, it works, maybe it doesn't. So all depends on you guys. But yeah, that's what we're doing right at the moment. For the first year that we're having here, it has been tough, but it will get better.
Anna, his channel is Hatch and Homestead. So go follow him if you guys don't. And Janine, thank you for the money for Saori for her birthday. And we'll take you guys along as well. If we do end up going to the pools, because that's what she wants to do. And we'll bring you guys along as well. That won't be probably until Sunday. Her birthday's Monday and Cassie has school, so.
If you guys want to find my channel, you guys can go to Erica's post. There's videos there. You guys can just click on the video and it will take you guys to my channel.
But yeah, it's Hatch and Homestead. So you guys can see it there.
And then you guys can actually follow the third hatching that we're gonna do tomorrow. We'll start
tomorrow.
Start tomorrow. So you guys can follow the whole process.
In case you guys never seen baby chickens hatch, you can see all that. It's very fun. Got it. Just subscribe. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. And buenas noches. Que duerman con los angelitos.
God bless. And talk to you guys soon.
Peace.
Bye, friends. Ahora sí, cuélgale porque se me olvida.
I don't know.